Are we at 30 likes?
Yeah.
All right, listen, I was going to go in on you motherfuckers, but listen, I appreciate everyone who's tapping the like button. I also appreciate everyone who's hitting the subscribe button on these guys, because this is not easy to do, okay? This is a lot of work, and it's not fucking easy. So please, guys, if you're watching this podcast and you're not hitting the subscribe button, you should question yourself. I'm dead serious. Hit the subscribe button for these two guys. That's all I got to say.
Damn, I appreciate that.
I appreciate you. Glad I stuck around. I'm glad I'm still learning. I'm glad I'm glad I can inspire people. I'm glad I can do and be a voice and, give my opinion and help people and, and keep growing as I do. And, it's awesome. It's awesome knowing that people can benefit from me and learn and it's such a great thing.
Flexin', I be flexin' and finessing. Flexin', I be flexin' and finessing. I be flexin' and finessing. Yeah, flexin' and finessing, I be flexin' and finessing. Flexin' and finessing, I be flexin'.
Oh, what's up, guys? Welcome to Sexin and Flexin Live Sunday. We got my co-host Levi, we got Dax from DNT Reptiles, and Blues Noodles.
What's up, guys? It's her first time on, so she's never been on one.
Oh, nice. Well, welcome in.
Yeah, I figured I'd bring her on. Tay's sick, and
oh no,
I'd bring her on because she just had her first clutch and she just had her first two babies. So at 13, so she's on her way.
Nice. Ball pythons, right?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
She's still a little too young to handle the Retic.
Did I say her name right?
I agree.
Jules, yeah, you could call her Jules, yeah.
Oh, Jules. I just killed that name. I'm sorry.
That's all right, dude. I appreciate you guys asking us to come on. I know we were on that other one with the other couple of guys. The last show we did with you guys, and then the ladies last night, but I wasn't on that one, so I got picked on.
Could put a wig on, does your makeup, maybe put a little dress on.
Yeah, you should. Everybody was looking forward to that, man. I was looking forward for the red wig and the makeup.
The red wig, that's what I said, the red wig.
Should have done it, bro. Would have been fucking hilarious.
Oh, shit, she has extensions. I got to put them on.
Right? For the USR.
I know, right?
Special shout out USR, bro. Let's go.
Of course. Go out and support them, and memberships, please. That's the biggest thing. Memberships.
Absolutely.
Need them.
They raised $45,600 at the auction last night at the Repticon Phoenix.
Nice. That's cool. Good stuff. Well, you're in Arizona. I keep forgetting about that. Damn.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You're hot out there. That's nice. That's good though. Yeah, they did. Yeah, Arlington's getting bigger and bigger every year, so they're doing good at the auctions out there. I mean, every year just killing it. So it's nice.
I got to make it out to Arlington. It's like a priority this year.
I know. You got to, dude. Come on out, man. It'll be fun, bro.
I don't know, man. Y'all's expos had that fucking venomous snake escape.
Nah, that's herps, and that's usually down towards the south of Texas. That's usually like Conroe, Houston area, and San Antonio. I'm trying to think where else is there. Austin is venomous shows. But they,
Chris,
you know what? But it's crazy, dude.
Chris, you're in San Antonio, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that explains a lot.
Yeah.
It's like 5 hours away.
Arlington's 5 hours from you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Because when I do the McQueenie show, and now we're doing that actually. We just started doing that because
that place is small though.
Yeah, but you know what? See, let me tell you something. Out of all the biggest shows that we do, we love the small ones like that, man. It's amazing how it's just a tight-knit bunch of people, and it's just cool. It's really, really cool. I love them. There's another one that's up here in Arlington that's held by Lone Star, and it's probably the same size as that McQueenie one. And you know what? Let me tell you something. We kill it at those shows, bro. I don't know why. We just kill it. So it's fun. But yeah. So are you blind? You right there. I mean, they can see your
I was
face.
looking at his eyes.
Oh. You're trying to follow him while he's online? He's following you, Chris. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, you good.
That's good. Okay.
You're good.
I can hear you good. Okay. Hold on. I'm sorry. Yeah, we got our production over here, so just checking to make sure.
You're
All right,
productive.
stop reading.
I'm reading.
Okay.
You're like, we can hear you. Wake up.
What up, Bozo?
Yeah, but we
What's up, Bosa?
there he is. South Florida right there, man. I wish I could move back to South Florida, but yes. But yeah, like I was saying, the smaller shows, man, they kill it for some reason. I don't get it, man. We love, man, I could do little shows all day long, all the time, man. It's just ridiculous. Let me tell you something. We're only a half hour from Arlington, and we drive there Saturday. We usually load up on Friday, because there's VIP Friday. But let me tell you, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for that show is the most tiring, and it's the closest to the house. So it's ridiculous, bro. I don't get it. I don't understand why. Because most of our herp shows, we leave in the morning at like 3 or 4 in the morning on Saturdays, and we drive to those shows down south wherever they're at, and we do fine for the weekend, you know. But Arlington, for some reason, man, it just kicks our ass, man.
No, all the big shows do, man. I think the little shows do better in general because it's more personable. You know what I mean? Like at this expo, I got a one-on-one with somebody we'll be bringing on the show in the future, but I didn't get that great of an interaction with him because of how many fucking people are clustered in one area. Man, I swear. They don't make our walkways bigger, man. I swear I'm going to lose my mind. Like, it's ridiculous how crammed it is.
Yeah, we do. We do Arlington. We're an ARBC. We also do. We do a lot of herp shows. We do about 34, 32 shows a year. So we do 90% are probably herps, and then there's an ARBC. Then there's Lone Star, which is another kind of off swing of the herp shows, because Lone Star vends at herp shows, but Lone Star does their own. But Reptilian Nation came to Fort Worth this year, so we did their show, and their aisles are wide. I mean, 20-foot aisle wide. That's how wide they are. It's like 20 foot, as compared to like any RBC or anything like herps and stuff like that, which is maybe 10 foot, 8 foot if you're lucky. Which is, I don't care about. That doesn't bother me. But I mean, this reptilian show, I mean, these aisles were wide. I was just like, whoa, but it seemed to work. And, the flow was a lot nicer. And it just took up a different vibe. You know what I'm saying? But, it was nice. It was a good show. So.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. Our expo is not huge, but man, it's quality. I have to say it's stepped up since I first started going. Like it's exploded. It feels like over the last couple of years. We got more vendors, better variety. Like fuck, man, there was a Sansonilla there today. I don't.
Really?
Nice. You guys know, Chris? Do you know what a Sansonilla is? Sure, you do, Dax. You're into the arboreal species.
Yeah. You guys do venomous there or no?
No, because we can't have outside venomous. We can only have local venomous. So, we can't buy, sell, or trade any of our local species. So it would be like a mute point. Rattlesnake Solution shows up though. They're our number one relocation company here in Arizona. They fight for conservation big time. Mm-hmm. They're there and they have everything that we have here on display and anything that's been ran into. So they have like a copperhead in display. So that's pretty cool. Brian's got all his permits and all the legal rights to do all the fun stuff. I envy that guy.
That's cool. Yeah, that's awesome. Good for them. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, the venomous shows are good, man. I mean, it's not as, the section of venomous stuff is not as big as you think it would be, but it's, some of these people who bring them in are, such a collection of such a what you could find there on the table is just amazing. It's really cool, man. I'm always in there as soon as before I even set up, I'm already scouting their tables, man. You know,
Hell yeah.
seeing, yeah. I mean, it's cool. You know, it's. I started out with 1, which I was lucky to get, and now I'm up to 5, but that's my limit. So, I mean, there's only 1 more left for me to get, and I'm still waiting for that to happen. So it's just in time. I know I got it already. It's just I'm waiting for them to breed. So.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, what are you in the hunt for?
A purple maculatus, just a straight black. Because usually the purple maculatus usually have they're all black on top, and then they have a white row of scales on the side, lower, like really down on the side, and then a white underbelly. Which the pure blacks are just jet black. Period. There's no white. There's no gray. There's nothing on them. And a friend of mine has him, Patrick Holmes. He's got a mother, and he's got a female and a male. They're both jet black. So I'm waiting for him to produce those, and because they're killers, they want nothing to do but just to rip you apart and envenomate you as much as they can. And that's it's kind of weird. And he brought it up one day, and he said to me, he was like, and he said to Taylor, and he's like, you know what? Those are probably the safer animals because you don't want to interact with them as much. You just want to leave them alone because you know what they're going to do and you know what to expect. So you just kind of brush them off and keep them in a display tank, and that's it. And it's kind of true. I mean, because the ones that you think are they're not going to bite me. He just sits in the tree and does nothing. That's when you make that fatal mistake, and it's not good. So, but you know,
the way you described that snake sounds pretty as hell.
Yeah, it's literally jet black. There's no, and underneath the scales, the skin's purple. So it's just insane, dude. It's a beautiful animal. They're just really nasty. So it's in time. I'll get one, and that'll be my last one. But otherwise, my other ones are fun. I love them. It's fun. You got to come down, even for the venomous shows, Levi. It's cool, man, to see some stuff that you only see on TV or in magazines, and it's right there in front of you, man. So it's cool.
But that's only at McQueenie, right? The venomous shows.
No, there's a bunch, man. There's McQueenie. There's
shirts.
Conroe. There's shirts. There's Austin. Who else is venomous, babe?
Were you at McQueenie this last one?
Yeah. Yep.
I missed it because I always go to McQueenie.
Yeah, we were there, dude. We were there. I know they have one coming up soon that we can't make because we have prior engagements to another show. Otherwise, we would have did it. And next year, I think we're doing 3 out of the 4 for McQueenie. Okay. So, yeah, we'll be there next year. So,
you guys travel out of state at all?
We usually travel not out of state. Louisiana and Oklahoma would be our furthest. We're looking into. I mean, I can get into Tinley. The thing with me and Taylor, we just want to have a lot of the big stuff that we're breeding out to take with us there. We want to have stuff, that's quality that I can bring that's comparison to everybody else that's there. I don't want to come up there with a bunch of normals and 1 or 2 gene animals,
Hell yeah.
We want to come up there with something that's, a value, that people are going to be like, all right, cool. This is something I could buy. This is something I can use, So we want to go up there like that. But we're thinking about St. Louis NARBC. That's another one that's growing. So it's
come here,
but I don't know how far Arizona is from us. So we try to keep it under a 9-hour drive. So.
Oh, I feel that because I hate being in a car longer than 5 hours. Actually,
it's not bad. I mean, we do our drives, and the furthest for us right now was a Pearland show, and that was pretty far. But yeah, Louisiana. We'll be doing Louisiana. We'll be doing that with Herps.
Well, that's cool.
Next year.
Mitchell lives in Louisiana. That's one.
Yes, normals are awesome. They are, but it's at Tinley, you're not going there to sell normals. No, especially in the Retic world, you're definitely not going to sell normals.
Well, I will throw out the formal invite for not the next one, but like next year's Repticon in what the hell are we in November is bigger than the one that goes in April. If you could fly out here and make an appearance, that'd be really cool. We don't get a lot of huge names out here. Like this year, Ty Park was there, Daniel from US Arc, Florida, Megaconda was there, And so was
Oh, was
Cold-Hearted
she?
Exotics. Yeah, I got to meet both of them.
Nice.
I was pretty
Oh, you
honored.
got to meet Megan? Megan's awesome.
Yeah, it was a surprise. I didn't know they were going to be there. I don't know. Did you hear yesterday how I shoved my foot in my fucking mouth?
No, what'd you do?
I was talking to Cold-Hearted Exotics. I've never seen her face. I know who she is. But I was talking to her like it wasn't her. Like it was just some regular vendor at the show. And when she told me who she was, I was like, oh,
Hold
well.
on 1 second, guys. Okay, there you go. All right. Sorry about that.
Yeah,
But no, I love Megan. Megan's good people, man. Cold-Hearted, I don't think I've met yet. But Megan, I love Megan. Megan's awesome. She's good people, man.
yeah, I guess they're best friends. So like two peas in a
Oh, really?
pod.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was
Okay.
pretty cool to get to meet both of them and talk to them at the expo.
And I
Yeah,
told
we
him
don't-
to look out for shirts. You didn't even do that for me.
They didn't have their
And that's
merch with
what's
them full. They're not there to promote themselves. They were working with Redline Shipping.
Yeah, because Megan's good friends with Robin, yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's funny because you were saying that, and that's why she couldn't do the show yesterday, because she said she would be at an expo. So
Go figure.
at least you got to meet her there, you know.
Yeah, it was super cool, man. I got to talk to her and meet her in person. It was an honor.
He's lucky.
She's a good
That's
person.
all I gotta say.
Nah, she was just you missed her at the last NARBC, man. She was here with us. She was there for Robin too from Redline. So yeah, you got to. I'm telling you, NARBC is getting a little bit better and better every time. They're starting to come back to where they used to be. I think with some of the better breeders. I'm not saying nobody's bad, but I'm saying the bigger names are starting to come back again. When they
that's
weren't
awesome.
there. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool.
I feel it.
It's fun.
The NRBC is also huge, man. It's huge.
Yeah, it's big. Very big.
See, that's what I've heard. Like our expo compared to like Pomona is like child's play, man. Like it's just nothing of the scale. Or Arlington, Tinley.
Yeah, NARBC is not that big compared to Pomona. I mean, Pomona's I think the biggest one out there. So I mean, it's just ginormous. But yeah, I mean Arlington and Tinley's bigger than Arlington. I think Arlington's like the third, I would say, on the bigger scale. So, because Schaumburg's about the same size, which is NARBC as well. I don't know how big the Anaheim Super Show is, but I just know Pomona just takes the cake, period.
Makes sense. Yeah, I've still yet to make it, and it's like in my backyard technically. It's like a 6-hour drive. I just got to do it.
Well, that's not bad. You should definitely go out there for that.
Yeah, I plan on it.
Awesome. Good for you, man. Get out.
They're asking if you're going to Daytona.
All right. She's got a question for you guys.
Okay.
So, how did you guys get into reptiles and like podcasts?
Go ahead, Chris. How
How did we get into reptiles and podcasts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
There you
okay. That's a good question.
Reverse on
I've
you.
been doing reptiles since I was like 12. But then, of course, as I'm a kid, I'm growing up. I lost like time with the reptiles and being dumb. I didn't have my head on straight when I was a kid, obviously.
What's changed?
Be quiet.
Asking for a friend.
But then
So what did get you into the podcasting end of it? Yeah. What
I
made you
started it
decide
on,
to do that?
I started it on Instagram. I used to do I used to do dare nights. I used to do at first I was afraid to get on camera. Like I was nervous, just like she probably is. Yeah. I was nervous, and have you ever seen Ricky Bobby Talladega Nights? I would be like, I don't know what to do with my hands. Okay. But yeah, I'd be nervous. Like I was all nervous. My first live, I was quiet. I didn't talk at all. They just had me there. But then after that, I was like, man, I like that. It was cool. It was fun. And then I started doing the dare nights. Then I started doing Sexin and Flexin on Instagram. That's where it all started.
Really? Talk a little louder. But yeah, I know she's gonna want to get into it eventually. I mean, now that she's got her ball python stuff coming up, and she's had her first clutch, and she had her babies out of that, and I think she's got another one that's gravid now, I think. So I'm sure she's gonna need to get in there and learn how you guys did it and not be so nervous as well. So
For sure. I mean, she can jump on the. We'll send the invite out for when we do the coil room, like our our group hangout, basically.
Yeah.
You know,
Cool.
she can hang out with us on a live with a bunch of other breeders that come on and hang out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, reptile enthusiasts, and just get used to it. That's really where it starts. Is just doing a group panel, getting comfortable with the camera, getting comfortable with yourself, and then branching out either with a co-host or hosting your own show.
Yeah, see, that's what she needs to do that. So I'm trying to get her out here to get that little exposure.
I say, or just do like solo shows because she's comfortable to jump on with other people. I mean, it's good now. She's jumping on now, which is it's fine. It's awesome.
Start now. Start while you're young.
Yeah,
it's so much easier.
I know, right?
Because then you're gonna be old like me, and we starting all late.
Yeah, you'll definitely get a lot of support from our community. That's for sure. Coming into this at a young age and carrying yourself well, definitely a lot. Like, I speak highly of Tyler's Toxic Balls all the time, man. The kid's only like 18.
Oh, the sponsor is in the house. Sponsor in the house. Aloha. Aloha Creations. Hit her up. Oh, if you want stickers, hit her up. Telling you.
Nice. Yeah, we just we went and picked up some more little her little babies for her down at LSR yesterday. So you know, we had a good time yesterday, and she picked up a special animal for herself. So
nice, congratulations!
Which she's very happy about.
Nice.
I don't know. She wants to know. Go get it. Go ahead. She's gonna go get it. She's like super enthused about it, man. I mean,
well, while she's getting that, I'm gonna pull these out so y'all can see them.
See, those are badass. I like those, man.
Yeah, the podcast stickers, came in. And then we also got the regular podcast sticker. Oh, yeah. Those are cool, man. I'm going to send to you guys for sure for jumping on the show. And the women that jumped on the show yesterday, I'm going to send them some as well.
Yeah, no, I got to get your shirts because we had a whole bunch of stuff downstairs in the garage, and I had to rearrange my garage. So I'm still moving stuff around, trying to figure out where everything is. So, because we got a whole bunch of different stuff. So, well, here she's back now. So she'll show you what she got.
Oh, that's nice. Go do it. Hurry up.
That's the problem with having a host and a co-host. Can't figure out who's doing what.
Put it in the camera.
Oh, that is nice.
So it's a scaleless fire.
Okay. And this came from LSR?
Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I would show that off too. That's gorgeous.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's her that's her display animal.
Nice.
Put it back in.
I mean, you guys are right there in Texas. That's a project that you should get your hands on now.
Yeah, no, it's, Earl's a good friend of ours, man. He's been a friend of mine for a long, long time. We met. I met Earl like 5 years ago and it's, you know, we've always been super connected, you know, and always been good friends and stuff like that. And, you know, he's never pushed anything on me. And, you know, it's, you know, even though he knows we're in the Retics world, you know, and he never, you know, ever try to push anything on us. And he was always, you know, listening and always accepting and always giving us pointers as well, because he knows the Retic world, you know, just as much as anybody else. So it was fun, you know, learning a lot from him. And over the years, man, and we just became tighter and tighter and tighter. And, you know, I mean, to this day, you know, we go over to his house a lot and stuff like that. So, you know, and she's, you know, now she's getting into having her clutches done and stuff like that. So she'll be vending at our table. That's what she's going to start doing. What we'll do is, because we usually get two tables. So hold on one second. I just want to put this in.
Real quick, I'll answer Shelby's question. Yeah, it was awesome. We had Ty Parks showed up. Daniel from USARK Florida showed up. Megan Kelly with Mega Conda. I don't even want to try to butcher her name, so I'm just going to say Cold Hearted Exotics. There was a bunch of other people, too. I didn't get to meet everybody. I was late. But, yeah, I got a picture with Ty Parks and everyone, the three big people I was super interested in. I was like a little kid, man. It's crazy.
Little kid in the candy jar.
Yeah. We had a lot of cool stuff there too. Again, like we had somebody with the Sansanita was there. All kinds of just different varieties, like different colubrids that you usually don't see out on display. A bunch of boas you don't see out on display. It was pretty sick. I was impressed.
That's cool. Nice. How big is it? You know how many square foot is the show?
I couldn't even begin to tell you.
Okay.
Is it big?
Big? No, it's not huge. It's big, but it's not huge. It's like I don't know how big the Marquee Theater is, but it's probably a little bit bigger than that.
I know Daytona is way bigger than y'all, right?
I don't know.
Man, that's the only thing, man. I wish Florida was back with Retics, man. Otherwise, because I mean, that's where I'm from. I'm from so, if they would allow Retics back in there, I would have moved back. I was almost thinking about it, but then as soon as the Lacey Act passed, I was like, nope, not going back. Sorry.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, so. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, you good.
All right, cool. I just want to make sure. We're switching headphones left
What's he
and right.
talking about? Look, he said, did I hide it from the channel?
What? Anyways, so the last time we saw you, we were early into the breeding season for Retics, right?
Correct, yeah.
So where are you guys at now?
We just had a clutch of eggs, about 25 of them. That's all so far. My other females are still eating. Everybody else I've spoken to, a couple other people, they're telling me their girls are late too. So it's it's just the season and the way it goes. I mean, so we're good from September to February. So it just stinks the longer I gotta wait, to get these things out. But it is what it is. They take their time to do what they want. We don't push them, so we don't stress them out like that.
Nice. Okay, I respect it.
Yeah.
What is man? What is the clutch? What's the pairing?
The clutch, the first one we just did was a purple albino to a lavender platinum sunfire tiger motley.
Holy shit!
Damn.
So I'll get perps labs and and every other gene after that in different combos.
Has that ever been done before?
Oh yeah.
Have you hit the odds?
It's nothing crazy. I mean, we have the lavender with all the genes in it, so to see it in a purple version would be pretty cool. But
Okay.
I mean, it's nothing out of the ordinary. We don't have anything out of the ordinary just yet. That would probably be, I want to say, somewhere around a 3-year range from now. That'll be, and that will be something that will put us on the map, hands down on the map. So, but yeah, I mean, this year we're looking at that. We're trying to get, I have 2 dwarf pairings I'm trying to get out, so I'm hoping the 2 females go for that because I have a male that's going to go to them too. We're trying to get Motley GCs out because everybody in the world wants one, and it's like that's our mascot is Loki, and he's the Motley GC, and he's super dark. So we're trying to pair him with one of the females, and we're just waiting for her to go. Otherwise, but there's a couple other things we got going that are, a lot nicer stuff. Nothing out of the craziness. Nothing too expensive. We know times are difficult for everybody right now, so we're just making things accordingly and making pretty stuff out of it. So
Awesome, man. I respect, appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's touch on that. I asked some people at the show today. I asked some people at the show yesterday too. How are you guys feeling with this recession that we're in? We're technically in a recession now. I mean, the quarters are down, so we could label it a full-on recession. Just depends on how bad we let it get. How are you guys feeling? What are your looks on the? What are your looks and advice to other keepers at this point where we're at?
We've been doing quite well. It's been the lower price stuff which has been flying off the tables. I mean, I can't say nothing. We did the Reptilian Nation show and a couple of weeks back, and I mean everything we sold was 2,500 or more. So it really varies. I don't shows like that don't happen much where you're selling $2,500 snakes at a good amount of them. But we work with people. We try to tell people that we understand that not everybody has all the money they want. and are achieving to get. And but we want these animals to go to good homes, and we understand that. So we work with everybody on pricing. We'll drop the prices if we need to. We do our payment plans, so it gives people options on what they want to do. So we try the best.
Okay, respect. I appreciate that. So,
Yeah.
I guess what is your game plan if the shit hits the fan, right? Let's say we go into like a 2008 recession. Let's say it gets that drastic, or let's say this one gets a little worse. What's your game plan here?
Okay, well the thing is, just us at DNT alone, we don't mass produce. I know there's people out there who do, and I don't speak ill of them, but I just don't see the need for mass producing. We're just going to put quality animals out there at reasonable prices. So that's what we want to do. So if there was a really bad recession, we don't have that many animals that we would have to worry about. So we just keep it that way. We just keep it small and tight. We're only shooting this year for maybe 5 or 6 clutches, and I'm sure we'll only probably get 3 out of them. So we got 1, maybe another 2 or 3 if we're lucky, and that still puts me at a fair amount of stuff that I don't have to worry about, holding back and keeping for another year or so if something does hit the fan. You know what I'm saying? So we just do it that way. We do it, and we're never going to do that. We're never going to do the mass production of stuff. Again, we're putting out quality stuff that everybody can afford and everybody can bring home at the end of the day. So that's our goal with everything.
Respect. Okay, cool. I appreciate it. I guess what advice do you have out there for some of the keepers that may be feeling the pressure right now?
Lower your prices. You got to. I mean, you can't. I understand. You know what? I look at it this way. Okay, if I have something on my table for $350, okay, somebody comes up and says, "Well, I have $250. That's all I can afford." I'm not going to tell that person no, because now I just lost that. I lost that sale. Now I'm taking that snake back home. I'm feeding it over and over and over and over again. I don't know how long I'm going to have it in my rack for. So you know what? I'd rather make the sale, and and I understand. I've been behind. I've been on the insanity table. Where I've asked the guy, "Hey, listen, how much for that?" 1,700. Well, I only have 15. Well, yeah, sorry, kid, move out the way. I don't like to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said we're always here for the people. We're here for the customers. We're here to make everybody happy. We want everybody to go home again with something that they love. I'm not gonna say no to anybody. We'll work out a deal. You know what I'm saying? And if the worst comes to worst, we'll do a payment plan. We keep them here. We feed them. We house them. You're going to get them just as healthy as it would be like our own personal collection animals, so you don't have to worry about stuff like that. And most of the time we cover shipping. It's not a big deal to us. It's, again, we're here to make this hobby fun again. We're here to make this hobby where people can appreciate us as vendors and not look bad on us. And we're here to help the people out there, man.
I like it, man. I like that a lot. That's awesome. There's a question in the comments. Where did it go? Why did you pick the snakes that you were dealing with?
The Retics? Well, we all know that story. That all started with Taylor. Because I was the original person who said, I don't have enough room for this thing. So, and she's like, let's do our homework. So we did our homework. We walked into Arlington one year and we seen a black Motley GC. And she's like, I want that. And the whole thing was, I've always wanted that snake as well, but I don't have enough room. So she's like, we can make the room. So we figured it out. She wound up getting it, after calling my bluff during the whole situation, because I gave her a spending limit. She exceeded it, but then she handed me the rest of it. And then she's like, I'll buy the enclosure. So I couldn't say shit. So she got what she wanted. And then from there, we just thought about stuff and we looked around and we said, well, if we take this, get rid of this, we got rid of this, we can get rid of that, we can get maybe 2 more. And then all of a sudden the 2 more turned into 4 more, 5 more. And then all of a sudden now we got breeder size and we're just going to start breeding soon. So that's how it all worked out, and we just love the Retics. For us, they're just more inquisitive. They're just a smarter animal. They're amazing. The colors, don't know Retics and you've never seen the colorations on them. It's ridiculous what some of them look like. You know, especially like the ocelot and stuff like that. You know, Motley GCs. I mean, and the weird part is like with the Motley GC stuff. I mean, they're beautiful, beautiful. I don't know how you can get a jet black, well, not jet black snake, but a super dark snake to go like an oil slick pattern, and it's awesome. But it's like not a lot of people are making them, and it's just the market is there for that. So as soon as you can make, I mean, if you could make 20 of those will be out of your hands in really weak.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
All right, y'all heard it first from DNT. When your boy ends up with these damn snakes in his collection, it's his fault.
You know, but we love the retics. You know, it's just you know, we just like the bigger animal in general. You know, but now everything's, you know, trending towards super dwarf stuff. You know, which is another, you know, variation of it. We don't knock anybody who does super dwarf. You know, some of my good friends are, you know, Lucas Bagnara, Garrett Hartle. You know, I'm always talking to Garrett and stuff like that. Great guy. You know, he does the super dwarf stuff, but he has a couple of mainlands in his closets. You know, so it's, you know, it's we're all here for one reason. You know what I'm saying? But we just love the retics. You know, if I could get into venomous, I would try, but I know I wouldn't be allowed. So, you know, that would be something else I would explore as far as breeding and, you know, but yeah, it's a little dangerous on that end, but the retics just do it for us, and that's pretty much
it. Another question right here for you guys.
No, that one first.
Okay.
Let the co-host do his job.
All right, my bad. Go ahead, bro.
Wait till I come to Texas.
Jules Noodles, there you go. Have you always liked snakes?
No. I used to be like super scared of them. Like we used to have a boa, and one time my mom took it out, and I ran across the room screaming and crying because I was so scared of it.
Now look
That
at her.
thing is me, right?
And then I started taking care of his ball python that he had. Gotta call you out on that.
He's like,
whoa, hold on. Can we stop right there? Can we touch on that? Who used to own a ball python?
That was the whole thing. I had him because, you know, like I said, I was one of those people, like, I don't have the room. So if I might as well settle for something. So I had a Brazilian rainbow, 17 years old. He was awesome. Fucking greatest snake in the world.
oh yeah.
Okay.
And then I had a couple of bull pythons that I liked, you know, nothing crazy. I didn't have many of them. I
You
had
had, like,
two or three, you know, and I had the boa. So, you know, she would start, you know, once she got over the fear.
I started like spraying it down, feeding it. But for me to get over the fear, my mom had to tell me that it had no teeth. And then I finally I was like, okay, I want my own snake. So I saved up about $450 for a banana.
How long ago was this?
Well, the
2 years
banana she
ago?
bought 2 years ago, but she meant the $450 as, you know, we paid for, because we had the enclosure already. So the $450 was for the snake, for the hide, for everything she needed inside of that.
Oh, okay.
So she paid for herself. So she, you know, I wanted to teach her that, you know, if you want something, you got to pay for it, and then you'll get to, you know, you'll get to rejoice in the fun of having it and doing everything else, and knowing that it's, you know, I can't say, well, I bought that for you, and she could say, no, you didn't, you know, and then I'm like, all right, whatever. So, you know, like this thing, I could say to her, it's not hers for now until, you know. But
yeah,
you know, you know, yeah, but you know, she's come a long way. You know, she still doesn't. She's not afraid of the retics. She just doesn't like handling them as much. You know, so but she's in there too. She, you know, if we need her to hold one, and she'll grab it and she'll do what she wants.
I'll like walk off with it.
Yeah, but she just likes her ball pythons.
The reason I like ball pythons more is because they don't move as much. And they don't get as big. Like, I'm not a big fan of big snakes who move as much. Yes, he does spoil me. Like, I think big snakes that move too much are just too hard to take care of.
So that's why she likes the ball pythons.
Fair enough. You guys still have your boa?
We gave him away to a friend of mine, EJ, who actually sold us the Motley GC that we first bought. He does boas as well. He's going to put, It was a Motley Jungle, so he's going to put an IMG to it. So we're going to get some Motley IMGs, you know, and that's, you know, Taylor wanted to do boas. That was like another thing we were thinking about, but for me, it's just straight, like, you know, it's what?
They aren't rocks. They're noodles.
So so he's gonna make us. He's gonna, you know, make a clutch for himself with Motley IMG stuff, and then, you know, his deal is to give us one. But Taylor wanted to do that. Yeah, Taylor wanted to do that back in the day, but I was just like too long of a wait to have. I'm just like, it's just you know.
Man, you missing out with the bows, bro. Come on now, don't play with me.
There's some nice boas. I mean, it's just, I mean, it's few and far between that I actually really like, and there's only one dude that I like that sells on Instagram, and he's from England. I don't know if you guys know who he is. He does all the Black Devil stuff and all the habanero. And all
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I mean, that stuff is insane. But it's, you know, I haven't seen anybody in the States with a Black Devil. I haven't seen anybody with habanero gene. You know, it's just crazy. So still no, shut down my idea. Okay.
My pet rocks.
She's going to be bombarding
like
us.
My pet rocks wants to eat me like a boa.
Same. Except for this one.
I have never met a defensive ball python. Like, I have intentionally tried to get them to get me, and they won't.
I have one. I have one from Bill Siegel. He is just the worst. Like, I can open it and he'll just be ready to strike. And I'm like, calm down.
You can't put your hand in there.
You can't. He'll grab you. You put a freaking water bottle towards him.
He lights up the water bottle. It's crazy.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. I have a boa that's like that. I can't imagine a ball python.
And I have a female that I'm trying like to get her to have eggs. And anytime you open it, she's right there. She's just sitting right, like, here's the opening, and she's like right here. And I'm like, so whenever I try to fill her water, she strikes at the water. Go get Billy? Okay.
Go get Billy.
No,
Ain't got to tell her twice.
Let me go put Ren up real quick.
She's starting to get comfortable.
Oh, no. She took the audio with her.
Ah.
Yeah, we can't hear you, Dak.
Mitzi. I'm going to use this opportunity to eat my other Hot Pocket. I haven't eaten today. I'm ready to pass out. Too busy networking with people.
Dad, they can't hear you. I have the one with the mic. Nope. Hurry up.
Well, good thing they don't have teeth, Missy said.
They don't have teeth. No, stop. He's striking at me.
Doc's still in the doghouse.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I do really, like, after everything that happened this weekend, especially with the live yesterday, I really do want to get USR involved more.
Going to. He just
Can you
shed.
hear us now?
Yeah.
Just shed.
All right, cool. Yeah, he's just in shed right now. So
Well, he just shed, but he has some stuff. So this is Mr. Feisty Man Billy.
Feisty Man Billy. I like that name. Oh,
yeah, the banana
he looks
pie.
feisty. She gets back.
Give it a kiss, Dax. Do it.
It all bites me in the face. Oh my god.
He's moody. So yeah, so she doesn't care. She'll deal with it. She'll take it, but it's nuts. But
She did it.
She did it. She gave it a kiss.
I know.
Good job.
I'm
going to clip that and I'm going to send it to Josh over at SB.
I gave it a kiss. He needs help.
She's getting comfortable.
Me and Josh do that. We get bit in the face.
She did.
I
once.
have. So one of their old retics that they sold, same word. Basically, I had just gotten a bath, and it was going good night, and I kissed it on the head, and it bit me right on my lip.
I bet that hurt. Yeah.
I barely cried though. I only had like one tear. Right, Mom?
Like
I'm
that.
so brave.
She's like, right, Mom?
She's getting comfortable now.
Respect. I'm known in the local community as a guy that gets constantly bit in the face. So, welcome to the club.
Yeah, we try to avoid that here. We tap treat all the babies.
He doesn't like water.
That's another thing we do for people.
No soak in it.
And that's another thing with mass producing. You don't get to play with them as much and handle them one-on-one as much. So we do that a lot. And what we do is most of the babies that we have downstairs, out of the 70, I think, all of them are pretty much tap trained. So they can come out wailing all they want. As soon as they get bonked in the head with the hook, they go right back in. And they know, and they're safe to grab. And that's another thing at our table. People come to our table and they're like, "Are these things mean?" And I'm like, "You can put your hand in any one of these bins you want, any one of these displays, and pull anyone out." People are like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Do I advise it on certain breeders? No, but again, we play with ours so much and we have so much interaction with them that they're used to it. It's nothing out of the norm for them.
Respect. That's like a huge selling point right there. Getting an already tap trained retic instead of having to work with it and tame it back down. Oh man.
Yeah. And some of them do. I mean, it's it's an animal. It's it's in a new environment. It's going to be a little nervous, but they know though. And like I said, that's why they're intelligent. That's why we love them. Again, it's another producing point for us not to do. Because we get to work with all of them. I mean, literally. I mean, I'm always when I'm cleaning, I'm playing with all the babies. They're all getting played with. They're all getting handled. They're all getting taken out. They're all getting the good stuff done. So this way, they, the next person will get off.
That's what it's like holding them. And then when
so,
balls, it's just.
The sponsor dropped Jules' name right here. Her link, her Instagram is right here on the bottom. Go follow her.
Yeah, go follow her.
Oh, that's me.
She should have been on the show last night.
I should have.
Yeah, that would have been good. We were trying to get that one lady that kept,
Nikki?
Yeah, Nikki. There you go. But I guess she couldn't figure it out.
It was a good show last night. It was nice to have the ladies on.
He doesn't like you.
It's good to see everybody's,
What if he poops on me?
It's good to get them out there, man, because you don't realize how much Taylor gets involved, man. I mean, it's and the same goes with the other women that were on the show. I mean, Aubrey's right there, Brittany's right there with Aubrey. I mean, she's helping him yank snakes out. She's pulling eggs with him. I mean, she's literally right there, just the same as any other guy would be. Same goes for, Amanda and Sarah. They pretty much run. Their facility is huge, and I mean gigantic. It's like 2 tractor trailers. You can fit 2 tractor trailers in their facility.
Oh damn!
Yeah, it's huge, dude. So it's with them. They're hands on. Them 2 women are literally hands on. They have a few helpers with them, but it's amazing what them women do. And I always wanted to do that, man. And it was perfect with you guys. And Chris was saying that show did very well last night. Pulling the numbers, man, and that's awesome, man. That you guys helped out, and I appreciate that. And you guys, it was fun, man. It was fun watching all the women out there doing their thing, man.
Bro, awesome. That live. I told him before we got on the show that live hit 200 views already.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, bro.
I know. Can't wait, Adler. February, dude.
That live killed it, bro. And then the women thanking us at the end, they really got their feelings at the end, towards the end there.
Yeah, it was a good show, man. I'm glad you guys had a good time last night, But
yeah, it was phenomenal. I can't wait for round 2.
Yeah, that'll be fun. And then you got to get all of us together separately on couples, like you were saying. That would be good.
Yeah, I got an idea in mind, but I don't want to spoil it on camera quite yet. But I got a massive plan that I put together in my head this weekend.
That's a good one.
Oh, I guess Sean has a question for y'all.
Is it hard to find no, we have
just say it a few hours ago.
Well, we have Texas is pretty much have everything we need. So here in Texas, we have the rodent shop, which is down in Houston, who come up to the north part of Texas to the Dallas area. So anything specialty wise that I need, I can get from them. For our baby retics, we need live quail, day-old quail, usually a day or 2 old quail. I could pick it up from the rodent shop. They're in Houston, Conroe area. so I can get my stuff from them. And then up here with the rats and everything, it's usually Otis and Malia over at Lone Star Feeders. We get most of our stuff from there, and then if we need anything bigger, which is pigs and rabbits, we have a connection for those as well. So we have everything we need. It's never a problem with big food for us.
Spell. I see that being an issue. That's an issue out here in AZ. We don't have somebody that like focuses on our bigger animals. It's always sporadic where people are getting their feeders from.
It's weird because a friend of mine, actually Aubrey Pruitt, he's in North Carolina, and he was telling me it's hard to get food out there, like getting feeders and stuff like that. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah. I'm like,
yeah. I'm not gonna lie, feeders here in Texas right now, in San Antonio anyway, it's hard.
Give a call to his name is Bart Stone Street. He's at the Rodent Shop. It's a shop with 2 P's and an E at the end of it. Check it out. Look it up on Facebook and see what's up, because I know they're all over Texas, man. He comes up here from Houston, so I mean, I get all of my stuff from him. Little, anything, like I said, anything that, because I can't find quail anywhere up here in North Texas, nowhere, and I can get it from him, so it's nice.
We got quail down here. We can get you eggs. That's about it.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, well, he gets and that's why he probably gets it from the guy. Either that or the guy gets it from him. But yeah, I mean, it's
no. I go to New Braunfels. They just right there in the rocks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn. Oh shit.
New Braunfels, Texas, right here.
That's nuts. That's
for real. They be trying to protect their eggs, screaming.
Like, oh yeah, they do.
Move out the way. Move out the way. What is this thing?
So, do you guys ever plan on producing your own feeders, or do you guys continue to?
No, I'll continue to buy, man. It's just way
too stinky.
That's one thing. Yeah, it's just. I mean, I've seen people do it and keep a clean facility, but it's not even a facility. It's like maybe 2 or 3 racks, and that's about it. But I've never seen anybody with 10 racks plus and keep it clean. It's the nature of the beast.
It's
you've got to be on top of it way more than you would the animals. So it's just an extra. We have enough. We have our hands full where we're at, and I don't need any more. Extra work to do. So I'll continue to buy from our suppliers, and that's pretty much it.
Nice. Yeah, I'm on the verge of switching over to cold-blooded.
Okay, nice. They're good. They're really good.
I'm sick of doing my own rats, man. I don't even have that large of a collection, but it's such a pain, man. Not the move, in my opinion. If I was breeding still, like intending on being a breeder, I guess it makes sense, but I don't give a shit to breed anymore. I just want to collect. So
yeah, it's like Earl. Earl's got like I think maybe a rack or 2, if that. And his stuff is so clean.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous how spotless his facility is.
But
again, it's the 2 racks only, and that's all he's got. And they're African softwares, so they're not anything big.
Yeah.
So they're not jumbo rats. They're not colossal rats. Once you get retics and you got to feed them colossal rats, I mean, your racks are going to be huge and long. And, yeah, it's a lot, man. It really is.
Yeah, you'd be surprised if like you went to Earl's and you see how many snakes he has, and you're like, how do you keep them clean? And then have the little rack of rats and keep them clean too. And like the whole thing is spotless, and he has like all these other animals just outside, and it's like he keeps everything spotless, and then he has all the animals inside, and it's like, I don't understand how he keeps it so spotless.
He does.
Work.
Kyle.
Yeah, Kyle. I was gonna say Kyle and that intern he told us about.
Yeah, Kyle's there. Kyle's a good dude, man. We love Kyle. But he's got that's his help too. So. But yeah, it's again, would I do it if I could? I probably still wouldn't. It's just the fact that it's just another something I have to keep an eye on, because I'm super clean. I'm super duper clean OCD type, and I know you weren't looking at me. I know you weren't looking at me. So we're not going to do it. So, and again, we're not mass producing, so it's fine for me to go buy the stuff frozen.
I have no idea. I don't want to put that on screen, or do you want to, Levi?
No. We're not touching on that. Absolutely fucking not. There's a name in there that no, we are not touching that. Will, sorry.
Sorry, bro.
That has already been talked about on another podcast. Y'all can venture YouTube and go down that rabbit hole. I'm not touching on anything that involves that. There's way too much respect for names in the game to be talking that. I'm all about some
YouTube show?
Huh?
What YouTube show is that?
They can go figure it out. I want nothing to do with that. It's not my place to speak on any of that.
I feel you. That's respect.
There's a level of controversy I'm game with. There's some controversy.
You saw it, Jack.
And when people are bored, man, they find other shit to fucking stir up, man.
Yeah, we're about controversy, but not that controversy.
Nah, we stay out of that. Trust me.
Yeah,
in the Retic world, we have.
In
the Retic world, we have our own controversies, and some of them we stay away from, and some of them we need to put out there. But
So you guys do retics, right?
No.
Oh, they don't.
I thought Levi, do you have one?
No, Levi does.
Levi does, yeah.
Why did you choose retics?
Oh, why did I choose a Retic? Oh, this is an interesting one.
Because he's small and he wanted something bigger than him.
That's like
I'm joking, bro.
Of my collection, you clown.
I'm joking.
For Mr. Oh, I'm so puffy tough. You don't own anything big. Your biggest thing is like 3 foot long. Get out of here. Quiet with you. Back in the class with you.
Yeah, I've been talking to Dax about that. We were about that.
So it started with boas and the size, the attitude, the intelligence behind them. It just wouldn't satisfy the itch. So I got even farther into research, and I was working heavily with my carpet python at the time. She was a full-size carpet, coastal carpet, so she was almost 11 feet, super smart, had an attitude on her. And I was like, all right, what's next? I was looking into Burmese pythons, and no disrespect to the Burns, but it's an oversized ball python. And then a buddy of mine had got heavy into retics, and I started asking questions. I saw Eric Lee on MJ's live, and then I saw the one with Garrett, and I was like, all right, bet I have to have one of these animals. So my buddy happened to have one that he wasn't able to tame down. He was like, hey, you're all about the snakes with attitudes, right? Here, take this, and I don't want nothing to do with it. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Worked with her for about a week, and she calmed down.
Nice.
Fastest snake I've ever tamed down. Super, super docile now. Like, I trust her more than I trust my dogs at this point, to be honest with you. Yeah, it was, the addiction was cured at that point. Like, I worked with her probably more than what is like acceptable snake handling. I took her out on Halloween night. That's how much I like that snake. Like, I trust her.
That's cool.
Yeah, he lets her crawl in her mouth and everything.
You gonna get more?
See, I was that close today. I was that close. What was it? It was a phantom orange glow?
Wait. What are you talking about? You can't get anything from anybody else. You gotta get it from Dax.
But see, actually, well, you shut the hell up and let me finish. My next snake is going to be from Dax, and that's actually what stopped me from pulling the trigger on it.
You can get it from anywhere, man. We support the hobby, man. And that's that's like another thing we do. If we don't have something, because again, we breed our own stuff, and we don't hide it from anybody else. We breed our own stuff, and we also help our friends. We have a couple of friend breeders who don't do nowhere near as many shows as we do. So, it's, they want to get rid of this stuff as well. So we'll take them and we'll sell them firm, we don't have a problem doing that. I think everybody should have a piece in the business, So I'm not the type to say, no, man, I got my stuff on my table. I don't need your stuff on it. We ain't like that. So we help people out, you know what I'm saying? So we've been given the chance to help out some of the biggest names,
They're still picking on Levi with that tent, man. You should never said nothing about that tent, bro.
I know. I should have just got my damn mouth shut.
I did. You know what? Some people use them for the smaller ones, but once it gets big enough, you got to get it out of there. You know, I've seen people keep small ones in there. Yeah, they keep them in there as hatchlings or babies until they're about 4 or 5 feet, and then they pop them out and then they put them in closures. So you can do it. I mean, it's not a problem.
I am doing it currently, and she's a little over 6 foot now. Yeah. So, and I didn't get the little one. I got the one that I'm following the dude that's doing it with his berm. It's a 10 by 7 by 7 by 4. Okay. And almost a weekend, and I'm having great success.
Good.
Awesome. She's moving around a lot more than she did in her previous enclosure. There's no signs of like boredom and attempted escape. I'm monitoring everywhere I think is. You know, it's just it's worked out so far. So I'm not saying it's the smartest idea in the world, but I'm also saying I'm looking for results. Like I'm documenting everything I'm doing. I made sure the area that she's in is secure. If she gets out, she's not going anywhere. You know, so if something does go wrong, I'm planned for it.
Yeah.
You know,
you got to try, man. If you don't try, you can never say, you know, it's not going to work, you know?
Exactly. You know? When she's bigger, absolutely. Like, I'm probably going to yank her ass out of there and, you know, put her in, like, I don't know. I want to do, like, some crazy shit like Barchek did with his Amazon or his, with his anacondas. You know what I mean? Just like, I'm going to stop at 2 to follow up the Retic question. I may or may not breed them far down the future, but I'm more interested in pets. Like, I honestly don't even think, to be 100% honest with you, how fucking selfish I am with my Retic. They probably couldn't even have a chance to breed. I'd be like laying in there.
Yeah, no, I get it, man. It's all good, bro. I mean,
don't you do
that. He's talking about it.
No, man, it's all good, dude. I mean, I hope it works out, man. I mean, I've seen it happen, you know. I have nothing against it. I mean, I just don't, you know, I get nervous on something like that. But if it works, man, that's better for you, man.
Oh, for sure. And trust me, it's nerve-wracking. Like, people don't understand, like, okay, so we're going to talk about Earl for a second here. Again, I said it on one of the last lives. Earl hit me with a right hook, right? Earl threw me off my game.
Bro, he
like, whirlwind in the back of my head. I'm freaking the hell out, right? So, and it's because he came at me like what I thought he was coming at me sideways, right? I was like, damn, I just asked a question. Like, oh, fuck, this entire interview shot at this point. Like, if I can't ask this question, like, I'm scared to ask something even more in depth or something more leading to something else that may be controversial. Mm-hmm. But after he got done explaining it and, like, I really soaked it in, I actually had a newfound respect for him because of the way he did what he did. I get it. I spoke on the Scales Project, and I spoke out of place, to be 100% honest with you, because I was listening to something else I was told as fact when it wasn't. But this person that had told me it was fact, and a lot of people on the internet that say things are fact, it's not, because they're not working the project, right? They don't have skin in the game. And I completely understand where he's coming from, because that's where I'm at with this project. Like, I'm working the damn thing. So, you know, and I have a lot on the line. Earl has a lot on the line with Scales Project. You know what I mean? Like, I completely understand to where he's at. Like, that Retic is my favorite snake.
Yeah.
Like, my emotional bond with that animal is incredibly strong. Like, if something happened to her, like, fuck that. We're not even going to talk about it. Yeah. That, like, I love that animal. Mm-hmm. So, there's definitely skin in the game. Big time.
No, I get it. Yeah, you got to. Earl's got his things, and, you know, I love Earl to death, and he'll tell you how it is, dude. So.
No,
you know, one thing you don't want to do is you know, cross his path on something like that, especially it's something like, and he's super knowledgeable and stuff. So it's, you know, I you know, even with the Retic stuff, I mean, you know, he's very knowledgeable. You know, as much as he does the ball python stuff, he's super knowledgeable in that and berms. You know, so I you know, even though I've been, you know, we haven't been in the game for a super long time, I still listen to him, man. You know, and it's, you know, he does his ways that he does them things, you know, and I always lend an ear, you know what I'm saying? So I'm always learning stuff from him, you know, so it's fun. We have a good time, you know, but yeah, he'll definitely let you know.
Earl is also very, very straightforward. Like, if he doesn't like a snake, he's like, oh, that one's ugly. Let me get another one out. Like, yesterday, we were over there picking up my babies, and he pulls one out, and he goes, that one's ugly. He goes, this one's ugly, but you know, blah 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 blah. And then he puts it back. He goes, this one's the better looking one. I'm like, you're so straightforward. Like that's not ugly. That's actually really nice. Like,
And I explained to her when you've been breeding that long and seeing thousands of animals, you know what the better pick is. You know what a better genetic animal is compared to some of the other ones. So
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, that comes with time and stuff like that. So
Right.
yeah, but good luck with that, man. I hope that tent thing works, man. I hope it does.
Yeah, I do too. I really do.
Yeah,
Mainly to tell Eden and Chris, haha, you were wrong.
Bro, not me. I'm not saying anything.
Oh, you talk as much shit as everyone else does. Shut up.
I only said one thing because I was going along with them, and then they kept up with it, so I just left it alone.
Hold on, I'm gonna highlight this one real quick. Not once have I ever supported cohabitation, you moron. About to Earl this shit right now. I have asked questions about cohabitation and theories and different things along those lines, but cohabbing is not something that I don't.
Yeah, some things are good, some things are not. It just depends on the species and the animals.
What was it? A bearded dragon and a what that was cohabiting?
Oh my God. Somebody like cohabitated their boa and bearded dragon, I think, or something like that, man.
Really?
Yeah, I don't.
And he posted it. And he's like, and they've been doing fine for so many years.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't know. I wonder how big that enclosure is.
I've heard of cohabitations of similar statuses, but it was in a very controlled environment. It was like in the size of like a freaking garage with the animals that were from the same region.
Yeah.
Like turtles and snakes and lizards and snakes and things. And, but they were from the same region in a massive setup. Like that makes sense. You know what I mean? If you're trying to
could do that because there's room, there's room for them to live and do their own thing and get out of, if any danger, they can get out and escape, on their own ways. But yeah, in something like an enclosure, you can't. I don't know about that.
Yeah, that I definitely don't. I don't understand.
I'm not trying that. So, but it is what it is.
So, here's a good one for you.
Okay.
Which one of your retics do you have the strongest bond with?
My little female ocelot. I love that thing. She's not ours, she's up for sale, but we've had her since she's a baby. And I mean, I love that thing. And it's that thing, like, I could swear that thing loves me back because it's like, I'll go and open the tub and she'll come right out and run up my arm. Aubrey took her back one day because he wanted to give her to Megan to go take to Pomona last Super Show, to try to fend her off. And he got her back, and he's like, she's coming back to you. I'm like, all right, cool. And then all of a sudden, when I got her back, I opened up the tub, and she crawls, and she latches on my arm, and she does not move. And I sent him a video. I'm like, dude, man, she's not gutting. I told you. And he's like, what? He's like, holy cow. I'm like, yeah, but me and her, it's going to suck having her. If anybody ever buys her, I'm going to have to.
Why don't you just keep her?
Because I don't have that kind of money. So I just can't keep her. So that's tough. That's Aubrey's, so so I mean we were blessed by him to even vend that animal. I mean there's only two other people that are vending ocelots, and that's Jay and Aubrey himself. And we're the third, me and Taylor are the third, group of people, people that are vending that animal. So it's that thing is, I love that thing, man. If I had the money, I would buy it.
Well, if Aubrey is watching this, he should definitely hook your boy up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he does. Aubrey's a very good friend of mine, and I love the guy to death. I love his family to death, and he does well by me. Trust me, that's not even a question,
For sure.
But to have that would be, I don't ask for anything, and we don't. Me and Taylor do not ask for anything at all. We're not that tight. We do things. We help each other out with other breeders and stuff like that, and we don't ever ask for anything. So with him, I don't ask for nothing. you know, but her, I would probably have to ask for.
I
I don't
love
know, man.
Aubrey.
You might. That's an incredible bond right there, man. That's the kind of bond I have on my carpet.
Yeah, it's insane, man.
That's a whole nother rabbit hole.
Yeah,
They still have emotion.
It's hard when it's not yours and you know it's going to be gone possibly one day, and it's like you have no control over that. So it's like,
Yeah.
you know. But I mean, she's a beautiful animal. She's, you know, a lot of the ocelot stuff, you know, it can get kind of moody, you know. So you know, we had an old normal double head ocelot caramel, and she was a bitch. I mean, she was bad. I mean, she would light you up, man.
Rogue.
So, no. So, one day I get the box, you know, Aubrey sends it to me and he's like, "Did you get her?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" And he's like, "She bites you?" And I'm like, "Come on, man." I'm like, "Don't do this to me." And he's like, he's like, "Watch out. She'll light you up, man." And I took her out and she was pretty good. She was good for me. And then I got her to the point where he was just like, "Wow." And you know, because I worked with her so much, you know, she just wanted a strong base because she would tie herself at the I want to say like the second half of her body. She would tighten really tight on my arm, but the rest she would just float around and just start looking at stuff, and that's all it was. You know, she was just nervous. You know, she seemed to be not comfortable with you know what she was holding on to ever. You know, who knows? But you know, she would love it, man. And I got her calmed down, man, and she was never bitey. And then we sold her off, and then the guy's like, "This thing wants to kill me. I don't know what to do with it." And I'm like, "I got to work with it, dude." I'm like, "It took me a while to work with her. You're gonna have to do the same thing because now she's nervous. She doesn't know who you are. She doesn't know her environment anymore. So right now she's just defensive." And he's like, "Man, I can't do it, man. I gotta hook her up and put her in a tub, and I can't do anything with her." And I'm like, "Work with her, man. She'll calm down like she did for me, man."
Yeah, see, that's something, you know, like I think the community that could probably relate strongest to us would be like the dog community. It takes time. It takes a lot. It takes literal blood, sweat, and tears to work with some of these animals when they come in super defensive, not wanting anything to do with us.
Yeah, and I can't even imagine the wild caught stuff that everybody's dealt with. You know, some of the first retics that came in. You know, I can't even imagine you're taking something out of the jungles and all of a sudden now it's near all these people and you're trying to hold it and trying to grab it and it's like, hey, no.
They have none of it. Oh man.
So I can't even imagine, you know. But we, you know, again, we work with all of them as much as we can. Like we won't vend anything to anybody that's biting. We won't. We will work with that thing until it's literally puppy dog tame, and then we will put it on our table. You know, so
respect.
Yeah,
that's awesome, man. I guess.
Jules, do you only work with ball pythons? Are you going to get into anything else besides that, like crescent geckos or geckos? No, just ball python.
I mean, I like boas, but I think I might stick with ball pythons.
Get a boa.
Okay, I'll think about it. I think ball pythons, like if someone's looking for like a starter pet, it's like definitely better to go for like a ball python so that it's like smaller, it's not as much to take care of, and it's like a family pet basically. If you don't want a dog, or a cat, or a fish, or a boa.
That's the whole thing, you know. You know, she likes working with them. You know, she likes dealing with kids too, and you know we didn't make her do any of it. She started, you know, she started liking it, starting to want to do it herself. So, you know, we just asked her, "Do you want to breed?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, you got a lot of stuff to learn, so you got to learn as you breed and how you work." Excuse me. And we, you know, she's got a couple of mentors. You know, Bill Stiegel's one of them.
Bill, Jack and Heidi, Earl.
We picked them out of, you know, everybody that we know, because number one, they're close. I mean, Bill Stiegel lives 25 minutes away from me. Earl's
about an hour,
and then Jack and Heidi about 45 minutes. So, you know, they're close. So we wanted, you know, her to get to work with that, and she's learning. And then, you know, it's, you know, I wanted to do, you know, DNT. We started we wanted to have the same idea as Miguel over at Always Evolving. You know, it's come into the market and make your name, and that's how it's going to be. You know, you'll get your haters. You know, like this guy's only been here for a year, and meanwhile he's producing all this crazy stuff. And you know, well, sorry, you know, it's part of the game. You know, either sink or swim. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't sinking. So, you know, we're gonna do what we got to do, and we spent money on a lot of high end stuff. You know, and I got to, God bless that I have a really good job. I make really good money. Taylor's got a great job. She does what she's got to do. So, you know, it's a hobby for us. So, you know what? We're going to put a good amount of money into it, you know. So that's my plan with her. You know, I want her to have some of the best genes out there, you know, and she's going to learn along the way. You know, she's going to learn her losses, and she's going to learn, you know, how to deal with people, which is the next issue besides after being on this podcast. She's going to have to learn about customers, you know, dealing with customers. And her being a girl and having to deal, you know, with, you know, the smart asses that are out there and trying to be funny.
Yep.
So, but,
Oh, we got you back.
Oh yeah,
but
for sure.
So, you know, I'll be at the table. She'll be next to me. So I'll always be watching. It's always, you know, and, you know, she'll learn, and I'll teach her how to, you know, deal with customers and stuff like that. But she's going to come into the game, and she's going to come in heavy, you know.
Oh, yeah, we got a badass road mounter right there. Hell yeah.
You know. So that's my plan for her, you know, come in heavy, make that stuff out there that everybody's already won, and by 14 years old, she's already producing stuff that everybody, you know, wish they could have. So,
Jules, what are you working with over there? What are your projects you got cooking?
So I just had a clutch, like I want to say like 2-3 weeks ago. The mom was a Mojave Sugar, and the dad was an Enchi Firefly.
Okay.
And I had 2 eggs out of 3 make it. I have about 4 more going right now. It's one of them is they're both. So I have 2 normal het pieds from Bill Siegel, and his male. He gave me 2 males for both of them, and those 2 are breeding. To a Candino and a Candino Pastel. And then I have a Axis het pied to a Enchi Firefly, and a Enchi Firefly to a EOD.
Dang.
Nice.
she's learning.
Yeah, you are coming in heavy.
Yeah, she's got the, her Access gene will be the biggest one, but, I want her to start her off light, but, now she's going to start getting into, she just picked up what's the pod you got yesterday?
OD pied.
She got an OD pied yesterday, and then she also picked up an OD yellow belly het pied. So she's going to be, and then she picked up a few normal clowns, females. She's got an Inferno too that she can put to anything. She's gonna have a lot of good stuff coming up. You know what I'm saying? But for right now, our first clutches are going to be kind of on the simpler end. But now next year, we picked up a couple of nice females this year to grow up a little bit. But next year, she'll have a bunch of good stuff on her table. So
let's go. That's awesome. Congratulations.
For real, congratulations.
Male right now.
Yeah, she's got that Axis.
Explain to me what the Axis is. I don't really watch the ball python game.
I really have no idea.
It's
ask Earl.
No. It's a pattern diffuser, so it changes the patterns and stuff like that on it. Like for instance, if you put a banana to it, what it'll do is it'll take all the black dots out of the banana and put it on the dorsal. So it looks almost like a GC, like a golden child pattern on a banana.
Okay. Wow.
So it's a pattern diffuser and stuff like that. So it's it's really cool actually. It's a cool gene.
I gotta see this.
Axises are like actually pretty good looking, if you ask me. I mean, if you ask him, he's the one who chose it. But
again, like I said, we're trying to look for pretty snakes that that would get her, and coming in, like I said, we want to come in strong into the game. I want to put her on the map if I can.
Yeah, it gives an orange belly. It's if you look at a belly on the axis, it has that orange belly, but you'll still see like a little bit of the normal belly on the middle, and it's actually really cool. It's like orange and yellow.
I'm like, that sounds awesome. Actually, I'm like, I never even heard about Access till now.
Yeah,
That's wild. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you looking at it or what?
Yeah, I'm looking at it. Yeah, it's one of Earl's genetics. That's crazy.
Throw it up.
Yeah.
Let me see. God.
You got a smartphone, don't you? Technically,
I'm
it's
on the
against the
phone.
law. Technically, it's against the law. It's third party. It's copyrighted.
Oh,
I
yeah.
still get it.
It's like the best I'm gonna get out of it. Well, you gonna solo me out, or you gonna sit there and look at the screen, guy?
I was just looking at the screen.
Yeah, that's what an Access does. Yeah.
Everybody's like, can you please show us? If it admits he wants to see it.
I can definitely see the diffuser in it.
Yeah, it's a pattern diffuser. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a nice sheet to work with.
That's nice, though.
Yeah, I think it's something we're gonna. It's an Earl gene, so we're gonna probably work on that too, pretty heavy to go with that. But she's got a lot of head clown stuff that's coming out. That in a couple of years, she'll. Again, we're picking up everything kind of young, so give it another 3 years or so, she'll be putting some stuff on the table. It's super nice.
Oh yeah. I'm excited to see what you do with that. That's pretty crazy.
I know. I'm excited for her 2 babies. The other one, those sound nice too.
Yeah, they're on her Instagram page. They're on there now. They're pretty nice ones. They're cute as anything.
And they are adorable. Here, I got them.
You can't see them. You can't see them.
Yes, you can. You just have to turn this down. That's it. I can just go get them.
No, it's okay. But,
this is one of them.
yeah, that's the NG.
I don't know how to work my phone now.
There you go. NG sugar, right?
I have no idea.
Yeah, that's the NG sugar.
I have to look at the.
That's nice.
That's
that
one.
Is
of,
super
that
nice.
one is.
Oh, speaking of babies, I'll show you 2 of my babies.
Yes, that's an NG sugar, and then this next one is a Pastave sugar. You can't really see it. Okay.
Oh, that's pretty cool looking.
Yeah, they came out pretty nice, man. They're actually really cool.
I was hoping the other one, I was really hoping all 3 eggs would, make it. Because the third one was actually, really cool looking. It was bright orange. It definitely had some, it looked like it would have been an OD, but, because it had that bright orange that an OD has.
It's pretty cool.
And I
It came
was
out super small for some reason.
Well, I had 4 eggs. 1 slugged out, and the third one didn't make it out the egg. It had a deformity. Yeah, so I got 2 here.
Yeah, he had his little what?
He's gonna show. He's got
They're entangled together.
Man, those things are so little, it's ridiculous.
Yes, we got ball pythons.
Those are cool.
Of course. There we go. So this is the banana calico.
Oh, nice. This one. Yeah, she loves bananas.
I have 2 bananas. I have a banana pod, and I just have a banana.
And then this is just regular calico.
Nice.
It's a calico head pied, head ghost. Because the male is a ghost banana head pied, and the female is a calico head pied.
Nice. See, there you go.
So we only got 2. I only got 2 babies.
Yeah.
But if they're
She's
so
got
far.
another one that's gravid, so.
I think she's gravid.
Yeah.
You can't say she's gravid. I think she's gravid.
She thinks. Now she knows everything.
I'm smart now.
You know what? I know nothing about mole pythons.
Yeah, we know that.
Oh no, I take the advice of the Retic breeder.
I just buy them. I just say which one's the good ones, and that's it.
He asked Earl, "Is this like yesterday on our way home?" He asked Earl, "Is the entry firefly to the axis that pad a good one?" He's like, "Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah."
So we got stuff that works.
Well, if there's somebody to ask, Earl's definitely the person to ask.
Oh yeah, he is so straightforward. I'm gonna show them this picture. It's hilarious.
So,
He's just blunt. He's super blunt.
yeah, you gotta. That's one thing you gotta expect it from him. So.
Oh, I respect the bluntness. I already knew. I didn't tell Levi, and when I brought him on, because I already had talked to him on the phone. I talked to him like we had been talking for like the whole week before the show, and I forgot to tell Levi like, "Hey, Earl's straightforward. He's blunt. He's gonna tell you how it is." But I didn't. And when
You don't tell me
hooked up-
nothing. You don't include me in the group chats. You don't forewarn me of the
I haven't done
guests.
those group chats in a minute, bro. Now it's just when we jump on, it is what it is, bro. It goes from there.
It was my idea to bring MJ on, so I gave him the rundown on MJ. You know, hey, go watch his podcast. You know,
You did,
here,
bro.
go check this out. You know,
And when I brought Earl on, he just hooked him. I was like, oh, I forgot to tell you, bro.
threw me for a goddamn loop, bro.
Bro, I was like, damn, I forgot to tell him, dude. He's like blunt, he's straightforward. He's old school, man.
You gotta
Yo, shout out to FNA. That's the second time those boys have done that. Respect.
Oh, they were live too. I forgot they go live tonight too. FNA Balls.
Wow.
Shout out to FNA Balls. Yes. You're not following them, go follow them. Awesome as well.
There you go.
Eat and plug those boys.
Yeah, those guys are awesome as hell. And
So, when are you guys going to make the Retic ball python hybrid?
What's up, Low Reptiles? Shout out.
Hopefully never.
Never.
Me and Patrick got into a huge fun argument today about hybrids.
I love hybrids. I love hybrids. Don't get me wrong. The hybrids are awesome. You know, like burn balls are pretty cool. I like burn balls. You know, cat
What
eaters
is that?
and bat eaters are good. You know, so. It's,
Okay,
you
so
know, but-
that happens in nature, though. Burn balls don't happen in nature.
no, they don't. No.
Don't get Levi started about hybrids. Oh, man.
Of all the people, right? Of all the people that Patrick could walk up to and say what he said to, I was like, bro, come on now. I bought a carpet python. He comes up, he's like, oh, bro, is that female? Let's do something together. And I looked at him sideways. I'm like, you don't have a carpet. He's like, oh, but I want to make capondros. I was like, bro, out of all the people you could have walked up and said that to. And especially that species, bro. Come on, man. Like, I for one, I don't like hybrids. I just don't. I never have. I never will. I don't see a need for them. And then, especially throwing the green tree python in there, right? It's already hard enough to pair the animal. It's hard enough to reproduce them, and it's it's bloodlines. Period. It's one of the most iconic animals in the world. Why would you? What are you changing exactly? What is the goal here? Making a green tree python hybrid anything?
It's just a Frankenstein.
I
man.
love
I'm okay.
green tree python.
I love Frankenstein stuff.
I like the ball python with the green tree. That was nice, bro.
No, it doesn't even look cool.
It does. I like it.
Bro,
Personally,
nothing about it's like, oh my god, that's the coolest nigga in the world. It's not like a ball python came out with a freaking green tree python head, you know?
You're like, I'm leaving.
it's got
Good.
a small body and then it's just got this gigantic head.
See, that would be funny. That would be worth it.
I don't know. I like it.
Nah, it's a hybrid. You know, hybrids are. Some people don't like them. You know, which is fine.
Whatever, Eden.
But yeah, I mean, I love bat eaters. You know, they're awesome. They're just badass. They're just really.
Yeah,
cool.
the color change was definitely awesome too.
Yeah,
I've heard the bat eaters have an attitude on them like no other.
I don't know. I've only seen one or two. From Paragon's had one or two at NARBC in Arlington. But I think if it's still correct, I think me and Earl are going to try. So we're going to try to do that and see how it goes. Because I think we're going to put a hypogranite berm to my Motley GC head albino. So supposedly they're supposed to be, that could turn out like a super duper dark bat eater.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That one I'll pay attention to though, because again, it happens in nature. It is what it is. So
Yeah.
I'm
So we'll see.
So that is right then, that the genetics crisscross between the two, that they are compatible.
Oh yeah, they're compatible. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, yeah. Mm-hmm. You get different pattern formation, but they're cool as shit though. They're awesome. Definitely awesome.
The hybrid that gets me still, and it opens up an interesting scientific study, I think, that's going on. I think people are looking deeper into the what is the angry balls? Is that what they call those?
Mad balls.
Angolan ball python cross.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, whatever that hybrid's name is. I guess the genetics from the ball python cross into the Angolan.
Yeah. So
like they did like a pastel or something. I don't know.
I've heard it's been done, and I haven't seen one in person yet, but I've heard them. They're called mad balls. Yeah.
Mad balls. There you
go. Little Wama angry ball.
It's funny, angry balls.
That's what Billy is.
He's an angry ball.
He's an angry ball. So is what's her name? Bill's female.
Yeah, I love bat eaters.
What's a bat eater? Let's see. Let's search that. Bat eater.
Hey, she's learning. She's learning.
She's got to learn.
Ew, that looks disgusting.
That thing is beautiful.
That looks horrible. I hate it.
Don't let Kevin catch you saying that.
You're off of here now.
Look at it.
That thing is beautiful.
It's so
no, that is a pretty good looking snake.
Wait, bring it back up.
Let me turn my brightness down so you guys can see and I don't blind you.
That's nice.
That almost looks like the pattern of a jungle carpet.
It does. It really does. It's a weird.
It looks so
carpet.
ugly. I'm gonna search up mad balls. Mad balls.
Over here.
I'm not gonna lie, this was awesome to bring her up. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, I mean, I want to bring her on. Let her see how it is, and she seems to be warming up pretty quickly. So
those are some
of course, she flies off the screen. So
Bro, I used to bring my sons on. My sons used to be with me on like every show, and everybody in the community knows them. So they're like, "What's up, little Flexin?" And then
cool.
They moved to Hawaii, and now I just FaceTime. Miss them.
Why?
Eric, what the hell is a cat eater?
I searched up cat eaters, and the cat popped up.
Eric don't know what he's talking about. Don't listen to Eric. Cat eaters.
I don't pay attention to hybrids all that often unless it's some viral picture. So I don't know.
I think they have like cat eyes or something. That's the only difference.
I got it. Got it. Ew. Ugly too.
She doesn't like hybrids, obviously. She's not a hybrid fan.
That's yucky.
Team Levi.
Actually, it's kind of nice. Take that back.
Oh.
Take that back.
It's a berm and a rock. It's a berm and a rock python.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow, it's huge.
Kind of pretty.
Yeah, it's a berm and a rock python mixed together.
Again, why would you? Rock pythons aren't openly produced anymore. Why would you? See, whole rabbit hole. I ain't even done.
Yeah,
my brain hurts just thinking about some of this stuff.
Man. Some are nice, man. Some are nice.
That's what I told him, but doesn't get through to him. Not gonna get through to him.
Not all of them are nice. Don't get me wrong. Some
he hates hybrids. I don't know why.
It's cool. It's cool when you see one in person, man. Especially like a bat eater. I mean, they're pretty cool, man. It's like holy shit. So it's fun. It'll be nice to have one. And they're expensive as shit. Oh man.
Are they?
Oh yeah, dude. I think you can. I think if I'm correct, I think the female bat eater's over 10K, and the male's like just under 10.
Well, shit, I could have got a Burmese python for $200 at the damn expo. I know what your boy is doing. Shit. Set that damn bias aside.
Yeah, they're
Eric, you find me an openly available rock python for a reasonable price, captive born, captive bred, raised, and I'll shut up. But I can already tell you, I'll jump on Morph Market right now. They're not openly available. A few people is not a lot. It's not like the ball pythons, bloods, even bloods aren't even that openly available. Ball pythons, fucking corn snakes, your common bred snakes.
I don't know anybody who uses CBVs on rock pythons. I don't know about that.
I know somebody that will, but he's years and years away from it.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, he's got two pure African rocks too. They're so pretty. He let my stupid ass hold them too. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not as compared to the other common snakes out there. Like bloods they're getting there, but they're not. Boas are more openly available.
Hey, Dak. So when I met Levi, I was in the process of doing hybrids of blood and ball pythons, and my blood was egg bound. And when she was pushing the eggs out, I guess it got stuck there, and she ended up dying, bro. So it sucks.
That sucks.
And I didn't like check on her in time or like catch it in time. So.
Oh, that's hard. When they get egg bound, man, that's hard to. You know, we had one egg bound female, and it was kind of. I'm kind of glad she wound up pushing them out, but it was a while after we noticed, and then it was her last, I think, 3 eggs that she had, and then we came back like 2 weeks, probably 2 to 3 weeks later, and she had pushed them out, but they were so shriveled up, and you know, so I knew if she had any more in her, it would have been a problem, but she actually wound up passing them, so it wasn't too bad. But we got out of that clutch. I think we got 15 good eggs and maybe 8 that were egg bound, but she pushed them out, so it wasn't bad.
Damn.
Yeah, that's scary. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. They're uncomfortable, and you know they're uncomfortable, and they don't feel right. Yeah, it's just I feel bad for them.
Oh, so the bad thing was that she started stinking up the house.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
So my mom was like, "What does that smell?" I was like, "I don't know what you're smelling because I can't smell since I had COVID. I can't really smell right." And I was like, "I don't smell anything." I was like, "You tripping? Like, I don't smell nothing." She's like, "It smells like something's dead." And I come in the room and I look at all the animals; they're moving, and she was hissing. I thought I heard her hiss, and so I was like, "Oh shoot!" Yeah, I was like, "Oh, I guess she's alive."
That's the gas escaping out of her.
Right? So I was like, everything's alive in my room. Like, nothing's dead. And then I come back and I open it.
Oh, man. And you still didn't stop?
I was like, I found it. I felt bad.
That's funny.
That was the worst, like, for me. Like, losing that is the worst for anybody, I take it. Losing a reptile.
Yeah, that stinks. We haven't lost any yet, knock on wood. So it's been good.
Lost any what yet?
Any of our collection. Yeah, so everybody's been good, everybody's been healthy, so you know. We don't overfeed them, you know, we keep them nice and lean and nice and ready to go. So that's how we work.
What is your feeding regimen?
Just maintenance feed. We don't feed them any. You know, we try to. You can't pack. We just don't believe in packing 10 pounds of sausage in a 5-pound suit. You know what I'm saying? So we just keep it at maintenance feeding doses. Which is pretty much anything that's in them is gone by the 2nd or 3rd day. Anything 4 or 5 days later we don't like doing. So we try to keep them at that regimen. And it's more meals at a lesser size wise. And it keeps them lean, man. It keeps them nice. You got that nice shape to them where, if you feed them too much, they start getting blobby. And we don't like doing that. And if you notice, there's a lot of pages out from the people in Asia, when they get the wild caught stuff, that stuff's eating anything it can. So, but once they breed that wild caught stuff, that stuff's usually the leaner stuff. They keep that stuff lean as it can be. Beautiful animals. They don't overfeed them or nothing like that. So we try to follow the same. We do the same thing.
Oh my god! Hey, you know who started that? He's blushing.
Chris texted it to me and told me to ask a question. So.
Whatever. No, I didn't, bro. Don't even be like.
She's getting on me already. Ugh. She's getting on me.
Done opened a whole ass can of worms.
She likes doing it to me. She knows it gets me all flustered. Not in an angry way, but she knows I'm just like gonna get all shy and stuff after that. So in time, baby. Don't worry about it. Can't rush perfection. Oh, geez.
What? He said that, Rick. Oh my God, Bosa. Yeah. Joking.
In time.
Hey, did you see that thing he's trying to do now? The Satan's toe. It's a lollipop.
So what?
It's a lollipop. I guess it's like the chip challenge, the one chip challenge, but it's a
I
lollipop.
want to do that so bad. I want to do the one chip challenge so badly. And there's this little tiny gummy bear that's like that small. And it's like the spiciest gummy bear in the world. And I want to try it so badly. Like, I've seen so many people do it. And I want to try it so badly. Like, I can handle a certain amount of spice. And I've always, like, wanted to see if I can handle the one chip.
Nope.
Can I medically explain what you guys are doing to yourselves?
I don't even try it, man. I was in a hospital for that, so.
You were?
Well, that's what caused all my problems, yeah, because eating all that damn hot food, yeah.
That's for you.
So your stomach has a lining around it that protects itself from its own acid. When you start eating massive amounts of spicy food, you start eating away at that lining. Once that lining is gone, that's it. Now you're exposing vulnerable tissue to those acids, and as you continue to eat regular spicy foods, it gets worse and it gets worse and it gets worse, and eventually it turns into what could need surgery. Dax, did you end up needing surgery to repair what was wrong?
I had to go in and get like 2 ulcers that were bleeding, stitched up. So it was fun. It was all stemming from. I know she can't. That's why she can't handle anything. So.
She can't even handle the damn sriracha.
I'll be right back.
She's that. I say let her learn. Yeah.
I hate
She's gonna
you.
learn. She's gonna learn.
Dax's audio again.
I know. She's gonna learn with that one chip for sure. Because Bosa was sweating bullets.
Damn, dude.
It's all right, Bozo. We're gonna be in the same ass whooping club.
For Dax, when Dax sees you and Bosa together, oh y'all done for, bro.
Couldn't find us sleeping behind a Retic enclosure. Oops. I told the stupid asses not to mess with those 2 snakes, and all they didn't listen. So shit happens, right?
Hey, that's a good one though. Dax the ring or the one chip challenge.
Well, Dax is medically disqualified from the one chip.
Exactly, because I can't do the one chip. Yeah, there you go.
I'll gladly.
Thanks, Levi. That's a good one.
Got your back.
You got it, bro.
He said, "Now I got y'all back."
It is what it is, but yeah, no, we push along. It's we got a lot of stuff on our plate right now, so doing the snakes and then doing our regular jobs, man, it's just a lot, bro.
Nah, for real.
Man. It's consuming.
I can't imagine what it's like over there with you or any other retic breeder under the face of the sun. Like, it's one retic is a handful, multiple species is a handful, but then people I don't think account for the big snakes and working a 9 to 5, or I'm sure you guys work more than a 9 to 5.
Yeah, yeah, we do. It's especially with my business, it's hard, man. But we make do and we try to do our best, but we're busy with them 7 days a week, man. It's definitely not, and it's hard, when we do shows, we miss those 2 days, so it catches up to us during the week. So,
for sure.
We're always doing shows because I can't take my big ones. I only take the babies with us. We don't really vend the bigger snakes. So most of our snakes we bring to our tables are like 2 foot under. So.
Oh, somebody's getting tired.
Who's that?
Me.
She is.
Yeah, she just yawned over there.
Yawn for like, oh man.
She's got up for the whole week, so she's all right. She's all right. She's good to go.
I love
So, Dax,
them.
what do you do if you don't mind me asking?
I am a superintendent project manager for a construction company that's out of
Nice.
Houston. So we build car dealerships. So
Oh,
we build
shit.
a-
Okay.
we build a lot of. There's a lot of stuff building for us. So yeah,
No.
we're very, very busy. So is it the?
No, it is not.
Is it
Damn it, Chris. Let me do my job.
We do it. Hurry up. You take too long.
My job.
Yeah, it's a busy job, man. Because you know, sometimes I don't get weekends. You know, I don't have that free time as much. You know, we got deadlines to meet. You know, these people need to sell their cars. You know, and if we don't hit those deadlines, we got cars sitting on trucks until we're done. So it's a pressure job, man. It's you know, but it's fun. I love it. I love watching a big piece of dirt, you know, made into this giant car dealership with, you know, 200 cars in a lot. It's awesome, man. It's, you know, it's great.
For sure. I'm on the opposite end. I guess I'm in the realm of where I work in what you build. I work in a body shop attached to a dealership. So.
Oh, nice. Okay. That's cool. Yeah. Most dealerships have that. They have that shop in the back for all collision parts and everything like that, for any insurance claims like that, you know. I just finished a Mazda, and they had the body shop in the back. You know, I think it's 6 bays. You know, one is the what do you call it? God damn, what's it? The tip of my tongue now. Well, you paint the car. Shit.
Paint booth?
Yeah, paint booth. And they have one paint booth in there, so there's 5 bays where they're working on, you know, whole body work, and then they have paint booth and stuff like that. So yeah, but it's fun. I like it, man. It's just time consuming, man. So there's sometimes Friday night I didn't get home till 7 o'clock at night, and then I got to go clean and got to get them all prepped out. You know, it's fun, but you know, we make our time, and that's another reason. That's another reason why we don't mass produce. This isn't our livelihood. You know, we love. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I love Brazilian rainbow boas, man. Oh.
Excluding Jules, this is a big snake podcast, sir.
So
Bro, this is my big snake right now.
I love
that thing's gonna get like 5 foot if you're lucky.
It's a girl.
Oh, 5.5 feet. Forgive me. Now your new biggest snake.
Gotta add the half in there. It's like
Right, you gotta
like
throw the half. Hey, every end counts.
So yeah, no, it's you know, we do what we gotta
She's
do.
in shed though.
I know.
She's in shed. She bites.
You know, but you know, Taylor's got her job too, man, and she doesn't get home till 6 o'clock at night.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah, you know, we can always imagine, you know, that we're up late. We do the things we got to do. So, but it's, you know, and that's another thing. Like I said, we don't. It's not our livelihood, so we don't depend on. You know, it's a hobby to us. We love the animals. We love dealing with them. We love working with them, and we love getting them good homes and stuff like that. It's, you know, we have our regular jobs too, though. So we have fun with that.
I feel it, man. I forgot who asked the question. You know, it's not about whether you can do this on a good day. It's whether you can do this on a bad day.
Yeah, I have bad days, so I got to do them. So they get done. They're my babies, man.
Like the mental of them turning those bad days around, though, man. You know, coming out of the snake room, you may be tired, but your ass in a good mood.
Oh, yeah. I love them, man. I love playing around with them. They're good. I mean, again, once everybody's calmed down and everybody's top trained like we have right now, all the babies we have right now in our racks, they're all top trained and ready to go, and it's so much easier, man, than these wily ones that we get sometimes. And it's like, oh, man, you don't want to even open the tub. You just want to leave it closed. But it's like, you got to open it, take them out, and get tagged a few times doing it. But, you know, 2 weeks from then, it's like, pull open the tub, and he's all calm, she's all calm. It's well worth it, man. It's well worth it.
She deals with me all the time. It's always a bad day.
Yeah. We love them, man. It makes me happy coming home to them sometimes, you know?
Nah, for real, though. There are days. Lots of days.
What is that?
Was what?
He deals with me all the time, so it's bad. She's got to do a show with me. She's never like this when she's on the show with me. There's no questions from her. So.
Yeah, there would definitely be a part 3 where we get you two together. Maybe do that partnership that Jace was talking about. That'd be pretty cool. Get all the partners together. And
yeah, I think that would be great too. Especially now you'll get to meet some of the big names who these women are married to and they do their lives with. Like Sarah McVicker. Chris is big Chris is a big dwarf guy. He's it's a lot of people know who he is, and he's very, 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 very known. So it's you'll get to meet him, and he's one of the nicest. Me and him are super duper close, and we talk like every day, all day long, me and Chris. So you'll get to meet Aubrey, most humble guy you'll ever get to meet. From the stuff he's producing, the world's first and it's incredible how
I can't hear you.
Audio. Oh, there you go.
Okay. So meeting Aubrey, he would be. It's just amazing. Like the guy's just so quiet and so tame. It's like, you would think so much less of him. So much. You'd have a different perspective of him after you talk to him. And Amanda and Sarah. Gavin's not one to get. I was telling Chris, Gavin's not one to get on the video chats. So pulling him on would be kind of an issue. But maybe he would, maybe he won't. I can't answer that from him. But they're one of our closest friends too. They're the ones who started us. They're the ones who gave us our break that we needed to do what we needed to do to get into the Retic world. So Amanda and Sarah are just, that's wifey number 2 and wifey number 3 for me. So
it's awesome, man.
Yeah, and it's like I said, we've learned a lot from 2 women, man. From 2 women alone, we learned a lot from. So.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's why we shout out to the women.
Yes.
No, she didn't.
No, she did not. She's only like 5 feet behind us.
Right.
Is she pairing though? Isn't that what you were saying, Jules?
Yeah, she's with her male right now. The male is actually cheating with he's cheating right now.
He's going with all the girls right now.
Oh.
He's a player.
Yeah, see, you bad key. See, she knew better than to pull the snake out. It's being paired. You can't stress them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
You have questions for us, Jules? Any more? Ask away. Ask away. You can ask Levi why he's so short.
Who's your favorite person you've been on live with?
Okay, Chris, answer this question.
I'm going to go with the ladies yesterday, bro. They killed that shit. The ladies we had on yesterday, honestly.
Nice.
Your mom, Brittany, all of them. It was awesome. Montana.
That's cool.
Yeah, I would say that would have to be my favorite live right now. Even though we had Billy and MJ, but.
Mine is MJ, hands down.
Yeah, he's a good dude, man. I love him too. He's one of the first guys, and actually he's probably the first podcast guy that we had ever met, and that we ever worked with. So he's amazing. He's amazing. What? What's that?
This guy, bro.
You're never gonna escape it, bro. You're just.
So check it out. So check it out, Dax. I'm gonna tell you why they say this. I think I told you already.
I probably know, and I'm in the same boat, so it don't make a difference.
No, I called. So I was in the sauna. I was at the gym, and I'm sweaty, and I do a call to like all of them. Him, Darian. I don't think Levi was in there at the time.
No, thank God I wasn't. Well,
they all answered
like the 4th of July.
They're like, "Yo, what are you doing with your shirt on?" We're like, "Why do you have baby oil on?" I was like, "Oh my God." That's how it all started.
I can see that happening.
I was like, bro, I'm in a sauna. Like, call us when you have clothes on. Oh my God.
I get it. All right, here's my question to you, dude.
What's up?
Who's your favorite breeder?
Oh, fuck.
Damn, that's a hard one.
Who's
That
your
is
favorite
hard.
breeder?
I have to really think about this. Hold on.
That's a good one. What about you, Levi? Who's your favorite breeder?
Full disclosure with this: if I get bit, it is not intentional. It is not for views.
What is that? The gopher?
Okay, Jay.
Oh, damn.
Oh, it's like that now.
No, I'm with you on that boat. Don't worry about that, dude. I'm with you on that.
Chris, who's your favorite breeder?
I haven't said anything yet. I'm thinking.
Boy, you have to think about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Well, if I have to go ball pythons, I would say Philly. If I have to go hog noses,
Fucking do it.
if I have to go hog noses, I'd be Jeff. Jeff from JMG.
Okay. Now, what about yours, Levi?
Ooh, man, put me on the damn
spot. And I was gonna say, if I had to do colubrids like corn snakes, Mexican black king Mexican snakes, all that, I would go with seven-headed serpents because she has some nice stuff over there, dude. She's killing that shit in the colubrid game.
I've seen her, yeah, seven-head, yeah.
So I got to break this down by.
If you want, that's up to you.
Man, my favorite breeder in the game. That's a tough one, man. Because honestly, it's. Ooh, man, that's an on the spot question because that is like the most loaded question I think I've ever been asked because it's tough, even breaking it down by segments. All right, like let's go to one of my favorite species to work with, boas. I'm going Tice reptiles, Patrick Scarletto. So they're evenly matched with each other. You can't even really pin them against each other because that's tough because they both work different lines, both got different projects. Both I know in person are phenomenal people.
Okay, so you could solve this right now. If you were to pick an animal, the top one from either one, who would you go with?
The top animal from either one?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's even tougher because again, it's the top from each one's going to be evenly matched on what the genetics that they're working.
Really? Okay.
I mean, honestly, like I got my Abbey line from Chad, I got my Red Pastel line from Patrick. I mean, if I had to pick one from each, I'm going with Chad's Sharp line. And see, that's even tough now pinning their snakes up against each other. Because Chad's got the Sharp line, he's got the lips. Oh, man. Then Patrick's got his IMGs.
All right, so how about ball pythons?
Ooh, ball pythons. Ooh. Ow. You know what? No, I can't. 10 out of 10. Zach Sumter, pied his life.
Okay. Now what about retics?
Can I break this into subcategories?
It depends.
Super Dwarfs, Garrett Hartle, Mainland's you.
Don't say me. You don't have to say me.
No, I'm not even like it.
He literally talks about you, believe it or not, a lot.
Like, I know. So it's like, man, this is where it becomes a loaded question because then people, let's say somebody outside watches this interview. Whoa, why'd you pick DNT Retics? There's such. Well, I don't know such and such, and I'll probably never know such and such. We're not throwing any names out there for the respect of the community. But not just because we've done a podcast, but I've been following you since you did the interview with MJ, and I've been following you pretty freaking closely. You carry yourself well.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Genetics that you work with.
We appreciate that. We just,
yeah, when I told him I knew you, then he didn't want, like, he's like, what? You know, Jack? And I was like, I got a picture with that.
Hold on. Time out. We're totally fucking mansplaining the shit out of this. We are totally neglecting Taylor, bro. Like, I just caught myself doing it.
No, that's why I said we pride ourselves on what we do.
Yeah, so shout out to Taylor. But yeah,
of course. Shout out to
DNT Retics as the company. Like, it definitely 10 out of 10. Choose DNT.
That's what and that's we try to do that. But yeah, I mean, for me, it definitely.
That's a good question.
Definitely, I'd have to say. Oh, that's a good question too. For me, I'd have to say Retics would definitely be Aubrey, hands down. I mean, Jesus Christ, the shit he produces. Ball pythons, I'd have to go with. And I mean, again, it's just another hands down the shit he creates is Canova, Justin. And geez, and for boas, I'd have to say that dude from England. I just have not seen anything that's produced or the stuff he does over there. I'm gonna send it to you. I'll find it it's on my Instagram, and I'll send you guys the name of that guy. But I mean, some of the stuff he produces is ridiculous. I've never seen like half the stuff he's got like in the States. It's just ridiculous.
That's cool.
I think for me, like with people I know, I think Retics would be Aubrey.
Of course.
I think ball pythons, Earl, because he's helped me a lot, and so has Aubrey.
There you go.
Like, Aubrey gave me a lot. Like he bought basically a lot of the snakes I have right now. And Earl, he's like my main mentor. What was the other one? Oh, Boas, TJ.
That's our friend TJ.
TJ. Oh, he's the one working the IMG project, right?
Yeah, he's the one who's doing the ING stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta send us his page. I don't think I follow that guy.
Yeah, send us his page too.
Yeah, TJ.
I'll show him some love.
He's a good dude, man.
Yes, I had.
The nicest guy in the world, man. He's this huge, giant, like 6'6" guy. I mean,
he looks super mean.
And you speak to him, dude. It's like a baby, man. It's ridiculous. It's the nicest guy in the world, man. Yeah, he does Retics and boas, so he's on both levels.
Hell yeah, respect. That's a good combo. That's a really good combo.
Yeah, he does very well with it. Let me tell you, man. There's shows where he'll sell 3 times as much boas than he does the Retics, and it's just like he's good at his game, and he's a great guy. He's amazing dude, man. And he doesn't go too crazy with the boas. He's got a lot of stuff. He's got man, I can't remember that gene that he has that a lot of people aren't producing. Arabesque, is that what it is?
Yeah. Hey, Chad. Shout out to Ice Reptiles real quick. That's the Abby.
Okay.
The Abby line. Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, it's not even like it's not a true genetic. It's a polymorphic.
He works with it, and he's got some nice stuff with that, man.
Some of the that comes out of these, oh man, Chad. Well, yeah, I definitely got to meet this TJ guy. That's incredible. That's cool to know somebody else is Abby out there too, outside of the big guys like basically boas. And,
yeah, he's got him. He does it. He works with him, man. He had a ton of them at the last show. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to come out to one of those shows. Hold on, let's go back and answer Taylor's questions.
Yeah, who was your guys' mentors?
I had 3 when I came in. So I started with Rain Exotics when it was Rain. Now he's only snakes. Kind of like only, but and then I had Diabolical from Diabolical Python.
I've heard of them, yeah.
And then after that it was got one more. D-Rod from D-Rod's Creations. And then after that, it went to, now it's Emilio Villarino, Reptiles.
Shout out Emilio.
Hell yeah.
And what about you, Levi?
Oh, man. My, I guess the person that got me started, it's semi-mentor. No, you know what? Is Connor over Mad Mac Pythons. As far as like the ball pythons go, everything else, colubrids is Leonard Contreras. I'm gonna butcher the shit out of his last name. He's not a social media guy. He's not a people person in any way, shape, or form. And he's been in the game for 30, 40 some odd years. Like stupid long. Has taught me everything I know about colubrids.
Oh, nice.
Everything else is kind of like put together by myself or watching YouTube videos.
There you go. That's awesome. It's good to hear you. Nobody really asks you those questions, do they?
Nope.
No.
I've never heard any mentors on your side or anything that who's your favorite breeders or anything like that.
Nobody ever asks us questions, period. Because we're usually always asking the questions, and then Levi likes to stir controversy. So
controversy is the best damn questions out there, bro.
Yeah, I like doing stuff like this, because it's more like a chat instead of just a straight up podcast. You get to learn a little bit from me. We learn a little bit from each other. So that's the fun part.
Yeah, and I think that's what me and Chris are more gearing at, is like less of a podcast, more of like a chat, hangout, get to know get to know the person. Like it really started with MJ. You know what I mean? Because my whole motivation behind it, outside of the fact that he's my man, like as far as podcasting goes, that's why I podcast. You know what I mean? I've been watching MJ for years, dedicated to his channel. Just absolutely love the way he does things. And the whole point in bringing him on wasn't for that. It was actually because I wanted to get to know MJ. You know, I've been watching him for years, and nobody ever asks MJ any questions. You know, if there is a question, it's like one question out of every 5 podcasts, and he answers it in like 30 seconds. You know, in the intro, he touches on some of the stuff, but, you know, he never had the opportunity. I really wanted to present that to him, you know, for him, the fan base, our fan base is, you know, everybody crisscrosses. So it was, you know, I think that's what me and Chris are aiming at, is getting to know people and hanging out.
What's that?
Oh my goodness!
But nobody lives in those areas, so you can't ask that question.
That's hard, but I've had both pizza.
Chicago style. Illuminati's.
No, bro. I would go with New York style pizza, bro.
What's the difference?
Oh, it's a big difference.
There's a big difference. Yeah.
It's both pizza.
I don't even consider them, but I consider them. You can't even compare them. They're just two different things. They're just totally different.
So she says they're both pizza, but like if you go to New York, try it because every state's different. They make it different.
Yep.
But they're both pizza,
No,
so they
it's not
both
pizza.
gotta be
It's
good.
I've had
the woman's speaking facts.
Pizzas,
Yeah, but just try it, bro. When you go to New York, if we ever will go.
What's in New York like reptile wise?
Well, you can have. It's pretty much the same thing as Florida, just no retics. So
there it is. But guess who's not going to New York for another reason?
Why?
Yeah, it's because they don't have retics.
I can't drag in my main purpose because then it just defeats the purpose of the show.
They have pretty decent shows, to be honest with you. They really do. It's just, again, you just can't have the retics there. So it doesn't serve me a purpose. It's the same as Florida. I mean, I love Florida. I lived there for 14 years. I mean, I would move back in a heartbeat, but I can't take my retics, so I'm just not going back. You know, it's, you know, it's amazing, you know. So, but you know, it's the only thing. But New York, they have a pretty decent. They have a pretty bunch of nice shows and stuff like that, especially on Long Island. You know, but it's, you know, they have a good fan base up there. Trust me, there's a lot of bull python breeders up there. So a lot. It's,
I was gonna say I know a lot of people out there that are ball python breeders, like there's like Jersey balls or because they're New Jersey.
Yeah. Well, New Jersey, you can have retics. So it's just New York. I don't know about because I think it's damn, if I remember, New Mexico, Iowa, Florida, New York, and one other state I can't remember.
Is it like Michigan or something like that, right?
No, I think it's Kansas. Yeah, I think it's Kansas.
Okay.
Well, you can't have retics.
And then the sponsor dropping y'all's link again in the comments. Thank you, sponsor.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It'll be up. Oh, speaking of this, hours next week. Hey, bro, we can do shows all next week if you want.
I work. Got this thing called a job. It's crazy.
Well, when you get off work, we can.
You got a holiday coming out.
We'll talk about this backstage. Anyways, back to the podcast. God damn, trying to kill me and shit.
You got a holiday. Let the guy alone, man. He's got
right? Oh, Thanksgiving, right? I forgot about Thanksgiving shoots.
Thanksgiving's this week.
Here you go, Dax. When are you going to get you one of these?
You don't want one of those.
That's there's only one snake I ever want now. That's my venomous one. That's it. I'm done with everything else.
I want to.
Once you have venomous, you don't want anything else. Trust me. There's nothing else that compares to it.
I want one. If I could get one more.
Hold on. Like I've always wanted white-lipped pythons. Always.
Me too. Yep.
Then I wanted the boigas. I always wanted boigas. You know, especially like a boiga dendrophilia. I had a boiga multicincta, and those were like my high end. I was like, oh, once I get these, that's it. Then once I picked up my first squam, once I picked up, my Insularis, it was just game over. I mean, there was nothing else that you'd ever. There's nothing else I want. Nothing else.
You can't handle them.
But that's the best part. Is just watching them, man. It's I don't know. For me, it's more amazing watching them than it is the Retics. And I mean, these animals are so calculated, and it's ridiculous, man.
I think
that is just a lie we tell ourselves to make ourselves feel better about not buying more snakes.
Yeah, but I won't. See, the thing is, I don't want to take them out, and I know that, and I'm okay with that, and that's the best part for it.
Just display animals, right?
Yeah, man, it's amazing watching them like go through all the little lines in the trees and stuff, and that going in the logs and stuff, and it's just like you have something. The power that little thing has is ridiculous. It's something like that. There's no power like that, man. It's something that could literally kill you, literally. And it's just like you have that little thing in a terrarium, and it loves it. You feed it, and it's about the only time I open it up is to feed it and change the water. So
I like it. I respect it.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going where Dax is going with this.
Hold on. Time out. Jules had a question.
Oh, go ahead, Jules.
So, if you could have any snake in the world, and it would be your last snake, what one would you get?
Right.
Chris, you go ahead because I think I'm going to throw the room off with my
Is there one breed in particular, or is it any snake?
It can be any snake.
Man,
I even have one. Okay.
What's yours, Dax?
A Mangshang Viper.
that one? That was nice.
A Mangshang Viper.
I want the rhinoceros viper.
They're like 12 feet. They get huge. They're giant.
I have one too. I'm just gonna wait for y'all. Mine's the best one.
Oh, go ahead. What is yours?
It's the green tree python.
That's a good snake, though. That is a good snake.
Because Bill Stiegel, we went over there so we could just look at his snakes, and he had this one. It was yellow with orange spots and a red stripe down the spine, and I was like, "How much is that?" He goes, $1,000. I'm like, "Oh yeah, let's just save up for that and buy that one."
He said 1,000?
Yeah.
No, I was more than that.
It was like 1,500, I think.
No, it was more than that.
No, it wasn't.
I think you're forgetting a zero there.
Anything from Bill is about $1,000 as far as the creature.
Man,
I
incredible.
was gonna say I will mess around and send you the money for that snake if he's gonna give it to you for $1,500.
Okay, bet. Let's text Bill.
I think you're forgetting a zero. I think those go for like 15,000.
Yeah, those. Here's what he produces. They're beautiful. I mean,
Now you got to specify, Jules. Is it going to be a northern green tree python or is it going to be an Amazon?
What's the difference?
Is it going to be the basins?
The basins. Yeah,
What does that mean?
She doesn't know the difference on those.
So the northern is.
And it's definitely not a basin. So
Let them talk.
Oh, yeah.
The northern green tree it's more. First and foremost, it's more common, and it's more straight colored, and the neonates change as they grow up. The basins hold their colors, and they're more well mannered per se. They're more manageable, and they're just harder to get your hands on. So they're not as. Thanks to Stiegel, they're becoming more and more popular, but they're just definitely. It's more along the lines of like we were talking about rock pythons. They're just not as popular. Not as close to humanity as like the other pythons that are out there, carpets, retics, bloods.
Probably the basin.
Yeah, I'm like 99% sure it was a basin you were looking at because that sounds like a basin. What's yours, Chris?
I said it, the rhinoceros viper.
Really, a rhino viper?
Yeah.
Is that the one with the?
I love rhinos.
Wait, no, I want to change my answer.
I'm sure you've seen them down in the Queenie.
Yep, I've seen them. I want one so bad.
Yeah, I can check my answer.
Yeah. I mean, they're beautiful. The rhino vipers are amazing. I mean,
I bet.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm sticking with the small viper.
Bro, I'm just like that. Just as a display animal, man. Oh man,
yeah, it's amazing. It is beautiful.
that would be cool, right? Oh yeah, it would be.
Yeah, the colors on that thing alone is just ridiculous. It looks like a sweater. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, phenomenal. Yeah.
Damn it, Brad's right. I got him confused again. God damn it, I do this every fucking time, man.
Okay, I have a question.
What's that?
What's up?
So, what are your top 3 favorite snakes?
God.
Like,
hold on. Let me answer your last question first.
Oh yeah.
So I'm probably gonna throw the room off, but it's gonna be a carpet python. Coastal and specific.
Okay.
If I could only have one snake for the rest of forever, it would definitely be a coastal. 10 out of 10.
There you go.
So what are your top 3 snakes? Like any breed. Top 3.
Go ahead, Dax.
Geez, mine?
Yep.
It would be purple maculatus, number 1. It'd be all vipers, pretty much. So,
But you have to have 3 different breeds. That's what I'm saying.
all right, okay. Purple maculatus, Mangshang, and swans.
I think mine.
Gotta hear that.
I think
That's
mine.
in front of us 2 feet.
I think mine would probably be first, definitely a green tree. Second, a hog nose.
Oh,
I love hog noses. Third, ball python.
Respect. See?
so look at that.
Retics suck.
Whoa. Time out.
All right. Oh shit! Look, it's a little hog nose.
Oh, here, let me solo him. Oh, there you go, Chris.
It's pretty cool. Is that an anaconda? Is that a conda?
Yeah, it's an extreme.
Those are nice. It's pretty cool. I know.
I got an extreme and a super red female.
Those are nice. I can't remember that storm one. I saw it once. Hog nose.
So Chris, your top 3.
I think he's out.
Okay, well ask Levi then.
He's gonna tell you. Hold on.
Look, it's a female.
Oh jeez.
Oh, she's there.
She's lighter.
Those are pretty cool, man.
So I got the male. Actually, the male's lighter, and then the female's a little darker.
Yeah. Can't you find those in your backyard down there?
Yes. Right there.
Yeah. I was about to say I don't see any up here. I've never seen. Well, I haven't gone herping up here, but supposedly you can catch them out here.
Yeah, come to Arizona if you want to go herping, bro. Oh yeah. If you appreciate the venomous, you definitely have to make a trip out here. I'll take you out.
Oh, I'm sure.
Okay, so my top 3 would be
Any
the
breed.
viper, the rhino viper, a gaboon viper, and then a squam.
Okay, what about you, Levi?
So I'm gonna give a loaded answer to a loaded question.
Of course he is.
Retics, carpets, colubrids.
Dang, no balls in there. I heard ball python, ball python, ball python.
So carpet pythons.
I already got ball pythons though.
They're reticulated. And then an entire family, which is colubrids.
Ball python.
No. Colubrids are smarter, better, and faster.
Oh my god, this guy. You want me to take him off? No, I'm joking.
You can't kick me off.
What's a GTP? Oh, that's a green tree python.
Yes. All right.
Blood
I
ball.
know, Brad. I know.
Time's right there. It's 8.
Look, Bosa answered. He put blood ball and green tree python. Nice.
There you go.
There you go. Boza, why'd you choose bloods though?
They used to scare me.
What, blood pythons?
Their head used to scare me because it's like, and I used to look at it and I was like, and I'd run from it. It's just their eyes are really scary.
Everyone we would see it because there's a DFW Reptariums around the corner from us. It's like 15, 20 minutes away, and it's, they have pretty much everything you could find except anything venomous and nothing retic because where they're in the city of Dallas, it's prohibited. So they have bloods, they have everything pretty much. So we would go by the bloods, and they're all everything's pretty much hatchlings or babies. So we'd go by, and these little guys would be just under the foliage, and you don't see them. And then she'd be like, "Where are they?" And I'm like, "Right there." And see the little eyes, and then they would come out, and she'd be like, "Oh man!" So it's just something you don't see, as compared to like bright retics or
this is why I
bright
had
bull
glasses.
pythons.
I'm blind.
So
Burrowing species.
I also got I got melt snakes.
how many you got total, Chris?
I got 51 ball pythons. I got
Nice.
30 leopard geckos. I got 5 bearded dragons. Sorry.
I love beardies.
Oh, you got a lot of stuff. I didn't realize how much stuff you had.
Yeah, I got day geckos. I got cicadas. Cicada turtles. Yeah.
What about you, Levi? How much you got total?
31 snakes overall. 2 lizards.
How many retics out of the
1.
31? Damn.
The 1.
I've been more.
I told myself I wanted 2, and that was it. That's where I was going to cap out at, and maybe throw a berm in there somewhere. But as far as like space wise go, I can do 2. That's it.
Yeah, I hear you.
What's good,
I
gang?
hear you. I get it.
Again, I was going to pick one up the phone. I was like, nah, I got to get one from DNT. I don't care if it's a normal. I don't care if it's a multi-gene. Like, I have to have one.
We'll take care of you, man. We'll take care of you.
Hey, that knocks.
Hey, Dax, I almost got 2 retics already, full grown. And I didn't get to. I couldn't make it to Oklahoma to pick them up.
What?
Yeah. From Iron Dog and Reptiles.
Okay. Damn, what happened?
Yeah, so I guess he had to give them to a friend. So.
Yeah,
and then John ended up keeping his, the one from Super Serpents. He was going to give me one too, but then he ended up keeping it.
Oh, Johnny? Yeah, John's
yeah.
People. I like Johnny.
Ooh. You were trying to do it to me the whole show. Chris, what's stopping you from driving down to DNT's house and going to pick one up, buddy? Y'all in the same damn state.
Nothing stopping me. I need to. I need to go hang out with. You know what? At least I'll be hanging out with Dax, and you're not.
He's got to come to Arlington. Come to Arlington, man, when it's cold, not when it's hot.
So what? February?
Hell yeah, spicy noodles. I got you.
Yeah.
Smurfed.
Yeah. So
February, man.
Okay.
Unless you have a significant other, because then that's right before Valentine's Day, so you might not want to ruin that.
Yeah, you don't want to ruin that. She's gonna kill you.
Yeah, that's a tough one, man. That's a tough one. Is that the weekend of Valentine's Day that show's happening?
Yeah, sometimes.
The show's the 11th and the 12th, and you got to figure Tuesday's going to be Valentine's Day.
Oh well. If it's the 11th and 12th, we go down there on the 10th. We get back the late in the 12th, or we'll just do something while we're out there. It'll be fine. What's the worst that could happen?
Nothing. They have some good food in Arlington. That's what I can tell you. Well, if you want,
take her out on a date out there, we'll be all right.
Yeah, man, you guys can come and hang out with us, man.
Nah, I don't like carpets. Carpet's not on my radar. You can give it to Levi if you want, John.
Carpet's not on your. Have you ever even worked with the carpet python before?
I don't want to, bro. That don't interest me.
Okay. No, I get it. You shouldn't get a retic either. No, don't get the retic either. Sounds like you're scared of snakes that are smarter than you.
Now he's hating. Now he's hating because I don't want a carpet. Bro, you're not gonna bully me into getting me a carpet, no.
Yeah, John, you can definitely send a carpet my way, bro. I'll take really good care of it.
Look at Bosa. Yeah, Chris, what's stopping you to go over there? Nothing, Bosa.
Yeah, Chris, come on, bro. You live in the same state as one of the best retic breeders in the world, and your ass ain't been out of it, man.
We ain't the best retic breeders. That's a long way.
Aubrey is.
There's a lot more better than us. I'll tell you that. A lot more.
Someone said mahogany. They have a
We're humble,
mahogany
man.
ball
And we
python.
know there's so many more out there.
I love mahogany ball pythons.
It'll be fun. You guys need to come out, though. Seriously, man. Come out. It'll be fun, man. You guys can hang out.
I'm going to. I don't know about Leo.
I'll come out in February.
We keep a party. We keep a party at the table, man.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's always good times, man. This time that you missed, Chris, was good. It was.
I
packed.
know. When I was supposed to be there too.
It was packed, man. Especially having Aubrey at the table, man. Forget it, dude. There was a lot of fucking people.
Yeah, see, heard it first.
Yep.
DNT is the only way to go.
We're humble, man. We're not. I hate saying that, you know, but.
Dude, I want to give him
so many more better people out there than us. So.
Has Aubrey been? Has he been on MJ show yet?
No. He said he was going to try to get him at Arlington the last show, and he never came. So I don't know. Because everybody comes over to the table. If Aubrey, when Aubrey rolls up with the Ocelot stuff, I mean, it's everybody's at the table. Everybody. And he was just, you know, Aubrey's got, MJ's got, you know, he's got a lot of people when he goes to Arlington to deal with. So, you know, it's just add one more to his list. Is, you know, because he's got Justin there, and then he's got Best Dressed. He's got fucking everybody. Bob Vu's there. You know, he's got everybody there to deal with. So it's just, you know, and that's his, you know, he's and you know MJ's not the biggest. He's not the biggest Retic fan in the world, you know. So
no, for sure.
You know, which is okay. I mean, it is what it is. You know, it was a pleasure. You know, we appreciate, you know, him having us on the show. You know, and it's again, you know, he likes the way we handle our business and we push our animals. You know, so you know, it's, you know, we're not just selling them. We don't do that.
Oh yeah.
That's really what got me started. To be honest with you, like as far as like following your business and everything y'all do over there is it was the podcast that you did with MJ. I was like, holy fuck, who are they? Who is DNT? This is an absolute must, because before that I think it was like, yeah, Eric Lee was like one of the only breeders I followed heavily.
I love Eric. Eric's the man, man. Let me tell you. You want to talk about good Retic breeder? That dude right there is amazing. Oh God, amazing. Him and I'd have to say Eric and Aubrey are like my two favorite, hands down. And I love talking to Eric. Eric is one of the most nicest and the most informative people you can ever meet, man. He will help you no matter what.
I'm surprised he gave me the time of day, man. It blew me out of the damn water. I messaged him some stupid question too. It was like when I was first starting, and he gave me everything I wanted to know, and I was like, holy shit, this dude's like a big name, and he stopped and talked to me. It was pretty cool.
Oh yeah, no, I mean it's amazing. Like when he came down, because I guess his wife Jessica has family down here, and he was passing through Dallas, and he's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing." He's like, "You got time to meet up today?" And I'm like, and I look at Taylor, I'm like, "Eric Lee wants to hang out." She's like, "What?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "You only talk to him on Instagram," and I'm like, "Well, he's passing through Dallas." And she's like, "No way." And we wound up meeting up at TFW Reptarium, and we sat and chatted literally. Sat up and took like an aisle from the store and just sat for like 2 hours and chatted.
That's
awesome. It was the coolest shit in the world. Yeah, I mean, telling you, one of the most informative, one of the nicest dudes in the world. I mean, and him and Aubrey are the same way. It's all right, man. We do both. Right now we have a lot of mainlands. We will be breeding dwarf and super dwarf crosses. As soon as our females go off of food, man, we have some pretty nice stuff that we'll be producing snows, purple snows, and then from there we'll be producing orange glows. My snows will be high percentage snows. My orange glows will be on the lower end. They'll only probably be 31.5% Kalatoa, 12.5% jam. So, because we're going to start working to get them smaller and smaller. There's not many people working with orange glow, super dwarf stuff yet. So the only one who does have them is Garrett. I think another person who has them is Jay Gonzalez, but he doesn't have many, and neither does Garrett, as far as I know. So we're just, we want to get into that realm because not a lot of people are doing it. So to be able to start off with 31.5% Kalatoa orange glows is a big step because I think the only highest orange glows that are out there are like 62. So we'll be on there. We'll be on there soon. So I know I'll have to call Garrett up for a orange glow on one of his ends to, a high percentage to mix with my stuff. So eventually it'll come down. Yeah, no problem. No problem. Reach out to us if you're ever looking for super dwarf, dwarf crosses, man. Just reach out to us. We always, if we don't have it, man, we always push, onto our friends or other people where you can get them. So we don't leave anybody behind. Whether it's bull pythons, geckos, any animal, you can call us and ask. And if if we can't help you out, we'll push you into the right direction to another person.
Respect. See, that takes a lot too, is to be able to network to people that even if you work with them. I know breeders that refuse to do it.
Yeah, we're not like that, man. It's we're all in this together. We don't have any. We don't hate on anybody. We love everybody. Everybody does their jobs. They do what they do. They like what they do, and it's I don't need to hate on anybody. We're here for the hobby, man. We're here for the animals. That's my biggest. If there's drama, take your drama somewhere else. I don't have time for it. I don't want to hear anybody's bullshit. We don't care about anybody else's bullshit. It's just we do our thing. We do the hobby. We're friends with everybody, man. It's just Retic guys. We're friends with bull python guys. We're friends with colubrid people. We're friends with everybody, man. And that's the way we do it.
Oh yeah. It takes a special person to be like that, man.
Yeah, it is. It's hard. Like even in our hobby part, Retics. I mean, there's some people who hate on the super dwarf people, and it's like come on, man. It's, they're just making smaller versions of what we have, and it's good because you know what, some people, how could you tell somebody no to their dream? You know what I'm saying? Especially if they don't have the room. So if they could find a smaller version of it, I mean, better off for them. Good for them. Good for the guy making it. Good for the guy making it. I mean, I'm not gonna crap on some guy who's like, oh, you make smaller retakes. That's it's we're not like that, man. We're not petty. So when we like again, if we can't get it for you or we don't have it in our stock, we'll push on to somebody else, and we're happy to do it.
Very well.
I think the super dwarf is the next on my list to add to the collection. Is just to have one in here.
I mean, they're awesome. There's nothing wrong with them. I mean, they're great animals. They just don't have as many morphs as the mainlands do right now. A lot of stuff's getting worked into stuff. There's a lot more breeding going on. So it's happening. You know what I'm saying? There's one thing I just tell everybody: if you're going to get a super dwarf, a dwarf cross from anybody, make sure you check on the breeder. Please do your homework. Just make sure there's papers work with it, there's lineage with it, there's parents, at least, and don't ask how old the parents are, because I mean, you can take any snake that's 5.5 foot and it's 2 years old, you're breeding that male out to a 3.5-year-old female who's 6 foot, 7 foot, and that doesn't qualify enough. You know what I'm saying? You need we have a 62.5% purple albino here, 62.5% Kalatoa, 25% jam. He's almost 9 years old and he's only 7 foot. You know what I'm saying? So, and we have paperwork with it. We have the lineage paperwork from. He's Chris Browning stock. He's from Vital Exotics, who was the #1 biggest people in the Super Bowl crossing when it first came out. He just chose a different path in life and made more money doing something else. But he's still got stock out there of his that's out there, and we look for that. We're looking for that stuff when we buy any super dwarf crossing stuff. We look for Vital Exotics animals because they come with paperwork. And if they don't, you don't buy them. If the guy's like, "Oh, I don't have it," you don't buy it for me. So, it's we just do it that way. So, I just tell people, man, please make sure. Just because somebody says it's a dwarf does not mean anything at all, man. I can simply mark my displays, every single one of them dwarf if I wanted to. It's not going to work. You need to do your homework. And again, with them, it's maintenance feeding. It's not pounding your animal. It's first of all, it's unhealthy to pound a Retic. I mean, I just don't get how people want to see how fast these things can grow and how big they can get them. It's not healthy. It's not, man. You're taking years off your snake's life doing it. You can grow them big. Yeah, sure you can. Do it slowly. Do it slow. Do it as slow as possible, because you start pounding them things and they start getting fatty cysts, getting gastrointestinal problems, and it's just kidney shutdown. It's just a lot of bad stuff that goes with power feeding your animals. But there's people going to argue with me that you slow grow your snakes. But that's what I like to do. You know what? So it takes me, instead of 3.5 years to breed a female, it takes me 4.5. I'm not in a rush. I'm not going anywhere. Neither are they. So that's how we work.
Jules got me yawning over here. Contagious.
Yeah, should be going to bed soon.
So, along the lines of the questions that we've been asking tonight, if you guys could add one non-snake reptile to your collections right now, what would it be?
You say non-reptile?
Non-snake reptile.
But a reptile.
You know what? Throw that in there too. One non-snake reptile and one non-reptile animal.
Non-snake reptile would be an American alligator. Growing up when I lived in Florida, was the best thing in the world, watching them things. And a non-reptile animal that I would want. Jeez, that's hard. That's a hard one because I never think about that. I'll be honest with you.
I'll answer the first one while he thinks.
Go ahead.
Good.
A non-snake, beardy.
Okay.
I love bearded dragons.
Now, what about non-reptile now?
Does the axolotl count as a non-reptile?
It's a non-reptile.
Axolotl. Or
nice.
another corgi.
Or another one.
I actually had one, and he passed away just recently. So, yeah, axolotl. He just floating there dead.
Really? Oh, that stinks. Oh, okay. If you were saying, I'd have to go back with, and it wouldn't be just one thing. I'd have to go back with my saltwater collection. I'd definitely have to do saltwater fish again.
Respect.
Easily, hands down.
I like it.
Yeah, definitely.
You want a hippo? Are you
Hell
crazy?
yeah.
Hippos are cool, but
Are you crazy?
Nah, dwarf hippos are cool, man.
But they're hippos. They'll kill you.
They will.
They'll be like, Shrump, you're dead.
Yeah, so that would be mine.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah, I was big into the saltwater collection when I lived in New York. Couldn't have big snakes, so I dabbled in saltwater, and I had 7 250-gallon tanks. And
Wow.
I had a collection, dude. I mean, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, man, with my saltwater stuff.
He said, I am a bit crazy. I am not crazy.
They are cute.
John would say that. A white tiger, seriously?
Yeah.
Why not?
A bobcat, Mom? A bobcat?
That's what she wants. I like being on that. Yeah.
Bobcats are cool as hell. Have you guys seen one like up close in person? Do you guys have bobcats out there in Texas?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, because on the neighborhood watch thing, people will post bobcats. Keep your dogs in. You see a bobcat this morning. Don't walk your dogs. Yeah.
Your little dogs, maybe.
Definitely coyote.
Big dogs. Them things are nasty, dude.
Yeah,
nasty, dude. But yeah, that would be ours. That would definitely be ours.
Oh yeah,
What was that one animal that Mom got really scared of?
I think our headphones are the last one.
They are. That's the noise they make when they're about to die.
Yeah.
We have a breeder, tigers, and tigers next to it.
Damn, that's pretty sick.
Right?
Yeah, that's great, sweetie.
Spicy Noodle said he'll take a giraffe, and I just found the place to buy one.
I take that in offense. Look what my mom just commented. I'm gonna take that in offense.
What?
Can I place Juliana with a bobcat? No, you cannot.
Maybe.
You
Why?
cannot.
Or she could just add a bobcat.
That's true.
I was gonna say they both probably got the same attitude when you put them up against the corner. I mean,
I didn't say that. I'm the cool one.
Yeah, I
Okay.
definitely like Chris more. I like Chris more now. I'm choosing favorites.
I'm the favorite, bro.
You choose a favorite now.
And Mom isn't like, she's not even on the ranking. She's not a favorite anymore.
it's all right.
Not
Hashtag
that
Team
she's
Levi.
Team Levi suck. Hashtag Team Levi sucks.
What?
Your mom would need the headphones.
You mean charged?
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
they won't hear you. They won't hear you, Dimple.
Got it.
Says both just as pricey, but one talks back. Oh my god.
That is true.
That is so true, actually. So true.
That is true.
Oh God, John. You said we can go play with them.
Oh, no way. You're nuts.
Go play with what? Are you talking about?
The Tigers, fool.
Oh, his
I went
tiger
to-
and ligers?
Yeah, I went to Thailand and they had the tigers and stuff there, and it was just like, I felt so bad for them, man. They were all doped up, and it's just like, you feel bad for them.
What was that one animal? It was at the Oklahoma Zoo, and it came out the door like really fast,
don't
and
know.
I would just get it to scare Mom.
I have no idea. Yeah, no,
It's
that's
a-
me. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I have customers. Customers.
It talks back to us. Excuse me?
Oh my
You
god.
just read that one.
Bobcat it is.
I'm gonna beat her up after this.
Man, she sounds like my daughter.
Yeah, she's a handful. She is.
How old is your daughter?
My daughter's 22, though.
So my older daughter's 23. So yeah. So, but she's a handful. She makes it fun.
They
so
asked you a question.
she makes it fun. What's it say? No, I didn't go to Tiger Kingdom in Thailand. I wound up going to. It was more of a sightseeing kind of thing. So I went to Bangkok for 5 days, and that was more for temples and stuff like that. I did go to where it's like Venice in Italy. The whole city's like canals and the water and stuff like that. And there you would see like Asian water monitors, like 9 foot long, sitting in trees, just hanging out. And you'd go on a boat right by them, and they could probably jump in your boat, and they would go nuts.
Oh my god.
So,
I know shit I do.
and then I wound up we went to Bangkok for 5 days. We did that. Then the cool part, we went to Chiang Mai, which was an elephant trip. So we went to one of the elephant sanctuaries, and we got to hang out with the elephants and stuff like that for the whole 2 or 3 days that we were down there. And then last and not least was we went to Phuket, and we went out to the PP Islands and did Monkey Beach and stuff like that. It was just, it's amazing trip. So trying to plan to go out there next year, me and Taylor, and go there for a little bit back to Thailand.
You gonna put me and Chris in a suitcase, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm up for adoption, guys. I will gladly leave this crazy lady right behind the computer. This redhead.
Yeah, so no, it was a great trip. It was awesome. Next time I want to go, I definitely want to try herping. So you know, it's amazing. I mean, the wildlife out there is just it's like a zoo, literally, in your backyard. Everywhere you go, there's just snakes. Everywhere you go, there's monitors. I mean, there's monitors just walking the street like nothing.
That's bad.
And people don't mind them don't mind them at all, right? Like it's just like cohabitation.
They were not very active when I went in the cage. That's awesome. But yeah, some of the just to answer spicy noodles. That some of them mountain folks live in. Yeah, Chiang Mai was awesome. I loved it there. It's just amazing over there. But yeah, it's some of the places do have them doped up. You know, I'm not saying everybody does, but the one we went to, you could tell the tigers were just like kind of out of it, loopy, just not with it. So it was kind of bad. I was more aggravated, you know, at doing that than anything else. But you don't know that till you get there, so it's kind of a lost, you know, cause on that. But yeah, I'm trying to go back. We'll go back soon, and just to go, and it's just, again, animals out there are amazing.
And you said that there's like water monitors running around, so they just like cohabitate with these reptiles out there. Like they don't pay them no mind.
The people, nah, they don't do nothing. They just let them do their thing, and that's it.
We need to get that mindset here in the States.
For real.
It's yeah, you know, but it's a different culture out there, man. They respect. There's a lot more respect in the Asian community for animals and for people in general than there are here. You know, it's a different world when you go out there. The respect those people show to everything, nature, period, is just amazing. You know, but then, like I said, you know, like Spicy Noodles said about, you know, the Tiger Kingdom place not doing that. You know, but then you got the idiots who do that stuff. You know, same as over here. You got the idiots who do stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? But their respect out there is just leave them alone, let them do what they want, and that's the climate they live in. You know, it's like South Florida. You know, it's a perfect climate for anything to live in. You know, but South Floridians can't just, you know, it just wouldn't be feasible. You know, I don't want to say nothing about South Floridian people, but you know, you just can't. I mean, in Fort Lauderdale, there are monkeys that live in a certain area out there. They live in the trees, and it's amazing. It's really cool. But, you know, people leave them alone. They don't bother them. You know, you'll get the few tourists who come and see it. But again, it's just amazing how these little monkeys are running everywhere.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
We went to Florida, and we were in Miami, and we saw this, like, what was it? A lizard? Iguana just sitting in the road. And I was like,
big green iguana. Giant
you're
one.
telling me that's normal.
Well, it's normal.
Like,
she's not used to it, so.
Yeah, and in Florida, that's super normal.
That's normal.
Yeah, it's like the everyday life for them.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so it'll be nice, you know. But yeah, over here, it'll never happen here. It's just
I wish.
Totally.
That'd be dope. Just to watch little sulcados walk around.
Yeah, it would never happen here. It's again.
Did you say little sulcatas running around?
Yeah, little.
They're not native to the U.S.
Sure. I said it would be cool if that was brought here, bro. Did you not hear that?
You can do that. South Florida, you can grow anything. Anything can live in South Florida. Anything, literally, ridiculous.
The monkeys are at all the temples. Oh, dude, that's what exactly.
Oh yeah. Because again, they respect nature. It's ridiculous, man. Monkey Beach was the best. We pulled up to Monkey Beach because you can't take the bigger boats onto the beach. So we had rented a big catamaran, you know, and when we pulled up to the beach, we had a little dinghy bring us to the beach. And when you get on, them little dudes are running all over the place. It's so awesome. And they'll steal your stuff. If you have a phone and you don't hold on to that thing, they will literally yank that phone out of your hand and run away.
Whoa, why didn't me?
You saw Sulcata comment earlier.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but if you bring them to South Florida, you let them loose and they'll live there. So it won't be much different. I mean, it'll get cold, but I'm sure they'll be all right. But yeah.
Don't give Chris no ideas. They already got enough problems.
He likes being a hater right now. I'm just gonna mute him real quick.
Did you mute him?
Yeah.
Oh, poor Levi. Put him back on. Oh, he knocked him out.
It's all right. He's back in timeout. He's back in the Eric layer now.
Yeah,
Smell your boyfriend, Chris. Smell your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, this is cool. I like podcasts like this. This is fun. Just talk shit. You know what I'm saying?
It makes
Good,
you
good.
tired.
She's like, I'm tired.
Sometimes a podcast are like this. That's what you got to do. You know, it's called networking.
It depends on the people though. Like,
yeah, it does.
Like it depends on the people. If people are vibing like we are. They go usually longer than this.
Yeah.
Like we done 4 hours. That what?
Tiring when it's with you because you take over all the talking.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm an adult. You're the child.
Yeah. So I have stuff to stick to.
Okay.
Well, not right now because my brain isn't working now. I've been yawning.
She's been sleeping backstage behind you.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Who said I was going to bed at 9:30 because I got a
Anyway,
whole week
hello.
off.
You're on TV. Okay. Thank you.
Oh, Hutch made it. What?
Oh wow! Look at that.
You got a girl in the chat.
That's crazy. But yeah, we're gonna hop off soon because I got to get ready for work. It's 9:00.
No, we see you.
We
that Bobcat
gotta be up
trade
nice and
behind
early
the
tomorrow.
camera.
Well, Leroy, you got anything else?
Still looking for the Bobcat trade behind the camera.
But that's true though. 4 hours go by fast. So with the right people, exactly, with the right people.
Oh yeah,
so
it does.
That's another thing, Jules. When you start talking to people, and you will eventually meet people out there that will just like y'all will connect and talk, and then you realize like, man, 3 hours. We've been on here 3 hours.
It's actually 2 hours 51 minutes.
So she's counting.
She's counting.
It's right there.
She's counting, ready to go.
It's right there.
I know.
All right, I got one last rabbit hole to go down here, right?
Go ahead,
so
man.
I asked it last night. I'm going to ask it again. And I think it's going to go along the lines of what would you change in the community? How would you guys help change the perspective of husbandry? What can we do better as an injury, not as individual keepers, but as an industry to change the outlook?
From the public?
From the public end, yeah. So, like last night I used a good example of new keeper comes in to watch a Retic keeper, and they go, oh, those cages are too small. That animal's 21 foot long, blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
The perception that we get from keeping these animals in certain enclosures. How do we help change that perception?
Yeah. We try to do the best we can. We don't, we don't breed giant, we're not going to grow our snakes to 21, 20 feet. Can they get that big? Yeah, they can. Do they need giant enclosures? Yeah. When you get a 21-foot animal, yeah, of course. You need a bigger cage. I think all this, specifications are according to animal size and according to the animal. Every animal's different. We have a 15.5-foot Phantom GC Tiger Girl. She's in a 6x2.5. She hates coming out of it. We pull her out, she wants to go right back in. Is that the same for every case for every other retic we have? No. But she's one that, she's more of the, she's more of the rarity than she is the, the normalcy. So she hates coming out. We pull her out and we take her to especially when she sheds, we got to take her out and run into the shower. And as soon as we pull her out, she's trying to get back in. She just wants to go into her corner and sit in a corner, and that's it. She doesn't want to be bothered by anybody or anything. The only time she comes out and starts, we know when she's hungry because she'll start circling the tank. The enclosure. Sorry, not tank, but the enclosure. And when she eats, and she goes back into her corner, balls up, and that's it. Again, that's not the same for every animal. But, we like to keep the sizes on the husbandry, with that specifications, it depends on the animal. Because I'm not going to tell everybody you need to keep a 15-foot girl in an 8x3 because sometimes they don't like those giant. They don't want something that big. They want something smaller. So go according to your animal. You learn your animal as it grows and it gets older. you know how they react and how they do stuff. So just pay attention to your animal. That's the biggest thing for husbandry I can say is learn your animal, learn it, see how it does, and then you go from there. Because it's like the instance for pushing. Snakes are pushing for a reason. Could they be hungry? Yes. Could it be too big of an enclosure? Yes. Can it be too small? You should know your animal. Like once you try those things, sometimes you take them out and they want to be in a smaller enclosure, and sometimes they want to be in a bigger enclosure. So, it just depends on the animal. But husbandry, yes. I mean, you can't have a 12-foot retic in a 40-gallon, breeder. You just can't. You can't have it in a 4x2 either. That thing's got to be in a 6x2 or bigger. Again, it's just the way it is. If we took pictures, if I showed you my animals now, you would see all my girls are jammed in a corner, and all my bigger girls stay that way. And because they're 15-foot, 16-foot reticulated pythons, we take them out, we play with them, we make sure they get their exercise, and we make sure they're good. So that's what we do with them. So it's just better explanations and better understanding of your animal. So is there a correct way? Yes. Is there a bad way? Yes, there is as well. But it's all down to your animal.
Huh. That's awesome.
Respect.
Yeah. My one retic is, hold on.
What's sorry.
That's all right, dude. Say that one of my big snake ones is 12-foot, Platinum Phantom Golden Child, and she's in it. And she's the same. Yeah, I mean, there you go. You got a 12-footer in a great size enclosure. Does she use any of it? No. And I guarantee you, he can probably put her in I'm not going to lie to you, in a 6x30, and she'll probably be fine because she's only going to take up that corner, But there's some retics who they want to go out and they're super inquisitive, and that's how they are. And you need a bigger enclosure for them. It's just there's no right way. Because the only way is as long as your animal's happy. That's the only right way.
And they died.
Respect.
Did it die?
Yes. It's not.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear both of you.
Mine died.
Okay. Yours died? All right. Sorry. So, yeah, it's just, the husbandry, it's just knowing. And when you're going to buy a retic, don't buy a retic when you have a 20-gallon breeder. It's not going to work. It's just not. Can it work? Yes. And I could prove it to you it can work. For a hatchling, I could definitely get a 20-gallon breeder and keep that thing in there for a few months, 6-7 months if I wanted to. But is it the right thing to do? Not really. But you can do it. But, we tell everybody, anytime we ask anybody what they're going to buy from us, we ask them, what do you have at your house? What's your enclosure going to be like? And most are like, well, we're going to buy one now. So what I do is I walk them over to the enclosure people. I tell them what they need, and they usually buy it right there. Some people have them already, and then we go from there. So it all depends.
Nice.
Good night, Stan.
Night, Stan.
So.
Respect. Okay. I like it. Jules, want to answer the question?
She can't hear you because her headphone died.
Oh.
She's all bad.
She's still learning. She's still learning about that.
She's all bad. Poor Jules.
Because it's her and Chris's group that are under the most scrutiny right now. It's not retics. It eventually will be again, but the ball python community is catching a bunch of fucking flack right now for their breeder racks and tubs and being a bunch of inhumane.
Racks. Again, those things are found in holes.
Yep.
How are you going to tell somebody you need a ball python to be in a 6x2 when that thing's found in a little hole in an anthill?
Exactly. That's the reply. But the counter argument to that is, what if we started putting the racks away? You know what I mean? Like, I understand where, I forgot who it was from US Art that was talking about it, but what if we put the perception like Earl, right? Earl could go live from his ball python, for example. Mm-hmm. But he doesn't. He goes around his enclosures, what he puts a lot of time and pride and joy in. And, I think it may have started with Earl without him even knowing about it, because when he said that, first person that came to mind, I was like, holy shit, Earl does that. He goes live from that badass enclosure room that he's got instead of going live from his ball python room.
Correct.
And that's kind of like the image that they want to put out there is like, if you have enclosures, put those behind your lives. Let's stop showing off what we're doing in the day-to-day operation, and let's show off, enclosures. Let's show off posters. Let's get away from the breeder racks. Let's get away from the day-to-day operations. So that way people aren't as scrutinizing at first, so they can learn about it more.
Yeah, no, I understand, but you're always gonna have people who are just a pain in the ass, man. Who think they're always constantly right. Again, that's why I said there is no right way and there's no wrong way. It's all your animal. Your animal is the one that's going to depict on what it wants to be in and how it wants to live. You know, it's again, like I said, I got a 15.5 foot female. She does not want to leave that 6'2.5", and I don't care what anybody says. And I've had Aubrey Pruitt here, and he's said to me, he's like, and you know, because I said to him, "What do you think?" And he's like, "She's healthy as shit. She looks really good, and she seems super happy. So why would I? What's the difference? You know, I could have another one though. I could have another one who needs to be in the 8x30. Yeah, correct. You know."
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh.
So it just all depends on there, you know. And I think everybody needs to mind their business until they're in that person's house and see how that animal acts. You know, that's how it is. I don't ever tell anybody that they need to do this or they need to do that. Is your animal happy? Is it healthy? Is it eating? Does it give you problems? Do you have to take it to the vet? No. So then, if it ain't broke, then don't fix it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Why? What do I do? Hold on.
Can't hear you.
No, I think it's muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Cool.
Can I say
Sorry
what I
about
wanted to say
that.
like 5 minutes ago? So it was about like last year. I think my mom showed me this video of like this retic in like just a room by itself with hangers and like coats and all that, like not coats but like plants and like a fan or whatever. And she was like, list everything or most everything that you can that is wrong in this video. And like I listed like almost everything that was wrong with it, because like you can't just have a snake left in a room by itself.
Yeah, it was
like,
ridiculous. It was this one guy who had
Hey, Solo.
he had a retic in his room, but he was screaming at everybody. You know, that's what she needs to mention, is that he was on blowing everybody's spot up on how their shit is this and this and this stuff, and how they should do it his way. But then he shows a room, and he's got hangers that are like hanging connected to each other. That's the snake's jungle gym. He's got stuff plugged into a wall. He's got a heating light with no screen on it or nothing. So that's what she was upset about. But it's scary that a 13, a 12, well, she was younger then, probably 11, 12, knew much better than this guy did. And that goes to show you how everybody thinks they know everything correct. And then it's like, no, you don't. But a 12-year-old knows everything you're doing wrong.
And like basically, it was like he had like a heater and he had like a fan, and it was like you're not gonna get the correct humidity. Like if it's cold outside and you just have a heater, your snake isn't gonna survive in that. And how exactly are you just gonna have a water bowl sitting there? Like, does it have a how are you gonna keep the humidity up? Are you gonna spray the walls with a water sprayer? Probably cut the snake if the snake breaks it. So
it's just bad husbandry.
Gotta be
all the way
smarter,
along.
people.
So yeah, you know. So
interesting. Idiot.
But that's people. Like I said, people just mind your business. You do you, and we do us, and we just keep it as that way, man.
Right. If it works for you, it works for you.
Exactly.
Can I be a smart ass for a second?
What's up?
No, you can't. No, you can't. No, I said no.
Shut up, Chris. I wasn't asking you. I need your permission. I bet you $10 that dude's the first one to show you a Jay's prehistoric video too.
Oh, probably is. Probably is.
No, you shut up. You don't get an opinion on this. You told me I wasn't allowed to be a smart ass.
I said time out.
Hell no. You always steal my time out. Get out of here.
No, I mean, you know, Jay's a different story. I mean, it's you know, I just hate for the fact that everybody who comes to our table refers to him, and it's like, you know, it's just sad that, you know, we don't ever see it. Sucks for us because there's no ball python idiots out there, which is a good thing for ball python people, you know, because there's nobody out there doing what Jay does on the ball python end.
Like Jay.
But
wait,
they're out there.
Wait, yeah, I was like, wait, they're out there.
Like,
trust me, they're not up to Jay's level. That's
probably what it is.
They pretty dumb though.
Okay, yeah, but they're not getting the million clicks, are they? Or are they?
No, they're
that's
not.
that's the thing. So that's a a separate little issue on the side. But with him, with the mass amount of stuff that he's putting out there, it's like, God damn, it's like, come on. And the sad part is he knows what he's doing, and that's what's more aggravating. It's like
Clickbait. Yeah.
It's clickbait, man. And to me, it's like he could do, and trust me, Jay's not dumb. The things he does is really bad. If he just straightened himself out, and he could be the top breeder in the world, and make his money that way, instead of be doing this clickbait stuff. And it just sucks. It puts a bad name on us, and it just people just oh, Jay knows everything. No, Jay doesn't know anything. I mean, it's MJ will tell you. MJ knows it the best. I haven't been to his facility. I've heard stories, and the sad part is all the stories seem to corroborate. So I mean, it'd be different if one was saying one and some was saying something different, but they all seem to mesh together some way or another.
The best part about it is what really dawned on me, right? Is I was watching a YouTube video of somebody trashing him. It wasn't intentional, but it just came on. I was like, yeah, why not? I'll hear the dude out. And he goes, I don't need to say anything. Go look at the Google reviews of his building. Go look at the people that have walked through there and listen to all the comments that are being made. He brings up MJ. He brought up MJ. There was like 2 or 3 other people that have said something. And, well, the Google comments add up to a lot of what's being said. Mislabeled cages, dirty cages, unhealthy animals. It's like, okay, the people that have walked through here are saying the same thing on camera, and the Google reviews of people that we have no idea who the hell these people are or what they're doing inside of that building. They're saying the same thing. These are unbiased people.
Yeah.
So that, like I said last time, I don't need to meet Jay. Everything speaks for itself.
Yeah, no, I get it. I understand where you're coming from. I feel the same way. Do I need to meet him? No. If I do meet him, I'd be like, hey, what's up? And keep it as that. Again, we're not going to drama, so I would not be like, get the fuck away from me, dude. I would just be like, hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you.
You're a better person than I am.
You know what it is? It's because he's been in the game for a while, and I'm sure he did things correctly. It's just he went down another path where, he thought he was better, and it just doesn't work, and it doesn't work for anybody else. But, he does what he does. I don't bother. I don't need to. I won't post anything about him. I don't even follow him. I don't even look at anything of this, If I see it on TikTok, I just swipe by it, and that's about it. I don't pay no mind. The more attention you give him, it's just going to blow him up more and more.
I used to love Jay's videos. I'll be on Instagram and I'll scroll past one of his videos and I'll watch it. And I used to think, oh, the snake is just biting him because it's being protective or whatever. But no, he keeps the eggs in with the female for 3 to 4 days. So it's the female's gonna strike at him, and he's like, "Oh, it's trying to bite me." So you can't really. And if something's gonna bite you, you can't just be like, "Oh," and just keep going back and forth with it. You leave it alone.
Yep.
Maybe not keep the eggs in there that long, pull them out when you first get them, because they'll get used to the scent of the eggs, and then that's when you get bit.
Funny how a 12-year-old knows how to do it.
13,
sorry.
I was gonna say, you know what? I hope Jay sees this and realizes that 13-year-old checked him.
I hope he sees the one from last night too.
Anybody that disagrees, with what I have to say about Jay, he just got checked by a 13-year-old. That was not scripted or told what to say. This came out of the blue and me running my mouth about Jay like I normally do.
It's just I used to love him, and then they told me oh, he keeps the eggs in there for 3 to 4 days, and I'm like, no wonder the female strikes at him so much. Are you trying to get bit? Trying to get your arm freaking chopped off?
Mm-hmm. That's what people do, So that's why I'm
Smart
saying.
Girl.
No, I'm just it's hilarious. You're trying to get bit. It's hilarious.
She knows. See, she knows.
That's the funny part. So that's
smart though. She's only 13. She knows.
She's learning. We try to keep her around the good people. So
there you go.
So she learns.
Yeah.
I mean, I know not with Billy. I know I'm do not. Okay, Mom, go to sleep.
need to go too. So.
Good night, Taylor.
Night, Taylor. Thank you for popping in the comments. Hope you feel better.
Hope you feel better too. Yeah.
Okay. So,
Hopefully you get a ring and a bobcat soon.
oh, jeez.
I didn't say that. We got DNT Retics right there before we end this live. I know everybody wants to go to bed. What else? Anything else, Levi?
Just shout out to the guests.
Yeah, I would stick around, but it's not a Saturday night, so it's Sunday night.
Yeah, it's a Sunday.
Nah, for sure.
brother.
I like hanging
We're
out.
just keeping everyone up late.
It's fun hanging out with you guys, man.
You're more than welcome to jump into the coil rooms. We run them. We can run them on a weekend, one time, and make it a special thing.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Dude, I don't know you well enough for all that. Get away from my face.
I'm gonna shout out the sponsors real quick. We got Eden's Den and Aloha's Creation. Appreciate you guys always sponsoring, coming through for us.
No, thank you,
And
guys. Thank
anything
you,
else?
everybody.
Oh, God. Dax, you're in trouble now.
Uh-oh. Why? What happened? What did you do?
No bobcats. We can pull them out of here.
No Bobcats.
Did Taylor go to bed?
Yeah. Bobcats.
And I also want to thank.
Well,
Dax.
she don't. Just get her a bobcat, and you won't have to worry about the ring for a while.
Oh my God.
I'm saying that because she's sleeping.
Right. I want to thank you, Dax and Retics and Jules Noodles for coming on. Appreciate you. Thanks my co-host Levi always being here. And if you're in the back watching this video or watching this podcast, make sure you like and subscribe. Don't be afraid to like, subscribe,
hit those likes,
hit that fucking bell.
subscribe,
Oh, God.
and go join US Arc.
Yeah, shout out you.
Oh, she's
One
the
to
way.
you, one buddy. Oh, you've lied to me. Now I'm in trouble.
I didn't say nothing, Taylor. I'm with you. I'm on your side.
No, he's not.
I'm scared. I'm scared. No.
It's all good.
But
guys.
yeah, good night, everybody in the comments. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming to this podcast, chat room, whatever y'all want to call it. But we out of here. Y'all have a good night. Peace.
Be good, guys.
Thank you again, Dax. Appreciate it, man.
Good night, Dax. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.